What?
Can't bring him in live.
What?
Armadillo, we can't bring him in live.
Why's that?
If we take him in, the only thing he has to deal is us. Look, I don't like it, but this bastard has to go, Vic. Jail won't slow him down. You tried reasoning with him. I'm not gonna lose my job so some kid-raping piece of shit can bargain down his sentence, make me his bunk mate.
Motherfucker, I'm a criminal. Ain't nobody giving me no fucking job.
How come you told me you sold the hash? How do I know? You're lying. Hey, my mom's over there. I'm gonna scream.
I'm gonna blow you away, Ted.
Hey, that's not real.
You've never seen anything so real.
You told Doberman you sold that hash, didn't you? I had to. I got busted last month. I never had a chance.
Kid who tells on another kid is a dick.
Jesus Christ, for God's sake, man. Fucking get away. Don't...
Goodbye, Narc.
I took you in. Nobody! I showed you how the system works, the value of information, how to get it. And this is how you fucking pay me back, you cockroach. I gave you Darien. I gave you your manhood. I gave you everything. You've been one of the great ones, buddy. I look at you, and I see myself.
Aloha, buddies. It's the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fez.
Hiya, buddies.
Enjoying a little of that Friday funk. Robert Randolph this morning, Earl?
Yeah, rocking out some Robert Randolph and the Family Band.
What is the instrument? Is that called a steel guitar that he plays? It's a guitar, but it lays down like a keyboard?
It's the pedal steel.
Pedal steel.
Yes, and
he plays it with a slide, right?
Plays it with like a slide, and he has it on his lap, but he's playing it like a lead guitarist. He's just making the faces and everything and doing the...
Yeah, it's
doing the whole deal.
Dwayne used to do that sometimes too, right?
Yeah, some guys, like I think George Harrison, they would like sometimes just sit in the guitar on their lap and play it like a pedal steel.
I see. So they would just take a regular guitar.
But he's playing like the traditional pedal steel, like you hear in a lot of country music.
Yeah, it's a bizarre fucking act. You ought to get him in sometime. I love the guy.
No, we can definitely make that happen.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ, Friday, Fez.
It is Friday, finally. This seemed like a long week. This week felt like probably a week and a half if you're measuring days.
Well, if you measure days, it would be 5. If you actually wanted to take it by days, 5 days.
Yeah, the feels like index, week and a half.
That's because you were not able to throw any tears out for us. It was the end of week, so you were forced to live this week like a man. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. Happy Friday to you.
Same
we had the pleasure of catching Robert Randolph and the guys back in 2004 at the first Wakarusa Fest in Kansas here. And I've seen hundreds of shows. I know you've got your own radio show and whatnot. Those were the happiest, most real musicians we've ever seen. Those guys are up there smiling like there's nothing else they'd rather be doing in the world.
You know, real good point. They are real musicians. You know what I mean? Like, even a lot of little pop bands and all, and I'm not attacking you, Sum 41, but you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about guys that can really fucking sit down and can play music.
Well, they're different than what you see on TV and everything, in that most of those musicians are doing it for money or fame or status. These guys, you know, Robert Randolph, a lot of those guys are members of his family. That's not just a gimmick with the name, and they look like they are up there having a party, and it's just that. And I think Earl can probably tell you a little bit more about their church background and everything, that they actually had to convince those guys to come out of the church to come play for the people because they realized
I had no idea that
and they could have fun.
They're church people, Earl?
Yeah, they came out of the church out of New Jersey. They're all Jersey guys.
I thought they were Philly guys.
I'm pretty sure they have made South Philly. I mean, South Jersey, which is pretty close to Philly.
Believe me, they're not going to go to South Philly.
I meant to say South Jersey, but South Philly, let's keep quiet on that.
You know, let's, the weird thing is, like, most bands, like, in the old days would be people from each other's families, because, like, pre-TV, everybody would sit down at night and play, and you would just play the instrument that your family needed to fucking fill out a band. And now no one's family plays. You know, it used to be, TV really fucking set back creativity way back, because at that point you just started to watch other people. And then also you would play with your family, not realize whether you were good or bad. You were just like, hey, we're having fun, we're playing. But after TV, people would go, oh, I saw you play the other day, you're not as good as the guy I saw on TV. And that, kind of stopped kids from doing it.
Well, the other side of that is, like, you used to be taught music in school. You used to learn how to play, like, what was that, the recorder or something?
Yeah, but that's as far as you went. But I don't know whether you can force, I guess with a little kid you can force them into something, because when you get older you're like, why didn't you force me to play the piano? You know what I mean? You look at your parents like they're just awful to you. Here is Ted. Ted, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, Ted. Lost you, buddy. Let me go to John. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
I got a spy report.
Well, I hope Opie doesn't mind us borrowing this, but...
Spy report. Spy report.
There you go. What do you have for us?
Well, it's actually sad news. Michigan coach Schembechler
Yeah.
had a heart attack, and they just announced that he passed away.
Oh, Bo Schembechler, who was the coach for how many years?
Oh, it seemed like forever.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that was really, in that part of the world, the coach. It was the same time as Woody Hayes was coaching. It's when we used to have those bigger-in-life coaches that would stay at one school for a long time. I guess Joe Paterno is the last, right?
Joe Paterno, Bobby Bowden.
Oh, yeah, Bobby Bowden is definitely one, too, yeah.
Where it's like, we'll never have another coach. It's just Bo Schembechler.
First of all, nobody could remember what it was like before him, and then everybody imagined that's the way it would be. You wouldn't even think about a coaching change. All right, here's Mike. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Buddies.
By the way, now they're calling it the game of the century even though we're only, 6 years into our century. This weekend, Ohio State, Michigan.
1 versus 2 at Ohio State.
That should be a lot of fun. What can we do for you, Mike?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to clarify Earl's yes-manship.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Randolph is from North Jersey. They play out of Morristown, and they're from a church out of East Orange.
There you go. So the Philly thing, all bullshit.
I don't know Jersey very well.
No one does. And please, let's not get a whole Jersey versus Long Island thing going, because Jay Moore will get up and he'll call and he'll just read off every celebrity's name that ever drove through the Garden State. Rich, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I got a little thing for Earl. Just before the Bottom Line closed up, I went to see Vernon Reed out of the Bottom Line, and Robert Randolph opened up for him. We walked in, we saw Pedal Steel sitting on the stage. I thought I was going to see a country band, and he put up and started doing Hendrix and All Brothers. It was great.
Did you go out of your mind?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah. Did you know that he's buddies with your pal, Vernon Reed?
No, I didn't know that, but it seems like everybody knows Vernon.
Are you really that close to Vernon Reed, Earl?
Yeah, I don't think that you are. You drop the name all the time.
I've known him for 18 years.
Bullshit.
You've known of him.
Right.
Does he know of you?
Well, why don't I say I'm friends with Bono then, because I've known about him for that long.
He's a very, very good friend of mine.
Here's Warren. Warren, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
And we have a Jay-free Friday.
Why be mean to Mr. Jay Moore?
Well,
today he has to take his son to school, so it's a very important day for him.
He's going to drop him off personally.
That's great. That's great.
Jay Moore taking his son, putting his son in the car himself, and doing all the driving, taking him to school.
Fez, I want to thank Artie. Sent me this DVD of Pool Hall Junkies, but he thought of something else. Sent along a Nestle's Crunch Bar. No sense that I should sit there and enjoy the film without having a nice snack.
Artie catching on.
Yeah, Artie gets it in a big, big way.
That snacks and movies go together.
No, I thought, well, yeah, but where's the cigar? Aton pulled up and hit me with 4 Cubans. He's Fez areas. We just had our picture taken with us. Been listening to us since he was 13.
Really?
He's 18 now. And Italian Jew. Just like that movie, Beautiful Life or something. Remember that when it came out a couple years ago? What was the name of it?
Life is Beautiful.
Life is Beautiful. Where we all thought it was great until we got home. By the time he won the Oscar, we all hated the movie and felt manipulated. But while you're watching it, you're like, look what he's doing for his son. He gave up his life for his son. And it kind of made it seem like the Holocaust was a little fun for the Jews, is the way he made it seem. What was that guy's name?
I want to say Roberto something.
Yeah, Benini or something?
Roberto Benini.
Thank you very much.
And then he walked over the backs of the chairs to accept his Oscar.
And he goes, because I'm small, Dave. I'm so small. And I can't guarantee you there'll be a J-free Friday, but I will say this. It will be a...
Razzle Dazzle.
It'll be a Razzle Dazzle free Friday. No Razzle Dazzle today.
But I had gossip.
I know you do. But I want to make it through one show without the name Happy Typing Girl popping up on the show.
You're the boss, Mr. B.
Rumor has it.
She's just going like this. Oh, damn it. Now I'm sad typing girl. She must be one hell of a typist. I mean, to throw typing girl in, we all have to type online.
Yeah, but she's the only one happy about it, I guess.
Again, we're fucking obsessed with her. It's really driving me crazy. Why does it pop up?
It happened anyway.
Yes, it did. It happened anyway. Even when I cock-blocked that redheaded bastard, it still pops up. Here's Scott. Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, Earl. This is Scott from Behind the Barricade. How you doing?
How are you?
Doing all right. You were just talking about Robert Randolph and making the facial expressions. Well, as you know, Earl, I photograph conscience for a living. I just emailed you 3 killer shots that I took of him here in Indianapolis last week.
Oh, it's great. We'll delete those right away.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ronnie. I appreciate it.
All right, pal. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. No, it's very nice. After the show, Fezzy, we'll sit around and look at those pictures.
Yeah, that's what we'll do on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else to do here in New York City.
Have a nice time with it. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ.
Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes getting married this weekend at a castle about 40 miles outside of Rome.
That's funny. I haven't heard anything about it. I had entertainment tonight on last night. Nothing.
So the celebs are showing up for this one. Brooke Shields, of course, was the first one at the pre-wedding dinner party last night. She was the first one to walk in. So she's making sure she's seen at the cruise party. J-Lo and Mark Anthony, they're there. Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw. Of course, the Scientologists are representing. Leah Remini, Jenna Elfman, John Travolta, Will Smith and his wife.
Will Smith's a Scientologist?
No, Will Smith, not a Scientologist, but he's there.
Or are you just throwing all the minorities in together? I might be crazy here, Fez, but I just have zero interest in people who have been together for 2 years. They already have a kid, and everyone talks about them getting married like it's exciting. I don't understand.
Well, I think that it's such a star-studded event.
I was at a fucking screening last week. I'll put it right up against it. I don't see it as being that star-studded. I don't even think there's anybody there I would be overly thrilled to fucking meet.
And the new Hollywood couple, Jim Carrey and Jenny McCarthy, are there. So this is Jenny McCarthy's one way into this wedding. She would have been sitting home reading about this thing in the National Enquirer like the rest of us, except she starts dating Jim Carrey.
The rest of us aren't reading the National Enquirer. And I don't think most of us really care that much. I know this thrown out there in an entertainment way, but like Tom Cruise is not my fucking favorite actor. That girl definitely isn't. Why do I care what they're doing? I mean, if they're getting married, that's nice for them. Why is it a constant amount of talk that goes on about it?
Well, I guess because it's, pretty much an event. It's a Hollywood event.
It's not even in Hollywood. It's in Italy. It's fucking two people on vacation in Italy. I don't understand it.
I would give this one a year. I think it's a year after starting tomorrow. Count down a year. See if they stay together that long.
Put your hair on the line?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. Hair on the line. Now I'm interested. Now suddenly I want these two kids to make it.
A year from now.
I have to have a coworker bald before I'll really get any interest in a big entertainment story. T.M. brought this up to me, saying, so many people are out there that are making so much about the money, and it's on TV constantly. There's people watching these shows that are probably having trouble feeding their kids. And yet we all think it's wonderful how much the appetizers cost and what the rooms cost. Who gives a fuck?
I like to check it out.
Really, none of our business. I would like to just say, it's none of our business. I wish the world would get to that point, or we stop caring about really the cheap celebrities.
Oh, that'll never happen. We'll never be to that point where we rise above it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not in this country.
But the weird thing is this. Dave brought up Gary Oldman yesterday, right?
Right.
And do you think Gary Oldman is a better actor than Tom Cruise?
Yes.
I mean, I think if you did this, you went to 100 people who like films, 100 would say, yes, Gary Oldman's better. It's not even an insult to Tom Cruise. Gary Oldman's amazing. Who's Gary Oldman married to?
I have no idea.
Why? Why aren't you fucking totally obsessed with him? Why isn't that a big star-studded thing? Because the media isn't fucking part of it. It's not like Tom Cruise is an actor anymore. It's like he's a brand. We might as well be talking about Wonder Bread.
But
I don't mean to throw you off. I want you to enjoy this. But there's just no purpose for it.
Me, I just want to see some photos from this thing. I'm interested in what her wedding gown looks like, that sort of stuff.
Why? What is it about her and him that interests you? It doesn't. It's just the fact that it's on your TV. They feed it to you. They tell you to be interested. And then after a little while, you start to act like you are. But really, nobody is. No one fucking cares. We don't even want to go to our cousins' weddings. And yet, for some reason, we give a shit about these two. I don't think we do. I think it's fucking pure hype. Here's Rick. Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, if the over-under's a year, I guess I'm going to give it 2 years because you can't really go with Fez. And he should have got the sounder for putting the Tigger in with the Scientologist.
White people are so scared.
You're getting it for that.
Black people.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, the one thing you can say about this wedding, though, is Tom's really got to be in love because she's a average to below average, funny-looking girl, to begin with. So, it's not I'm imagining there's some kind of spiritual connection there.
See, this is the conversations I don't understand. I don't understand it.
And she's about 2 feet taller than the guy.
I just don't get. It's just like it seems like this unnecessary distraction. There's so many other things that are that's as important, if not more important.
Obviously, there's a million things more important.
I mean, tons of things. You know, government corruption.
But even in the forget all that. Even in the terms of entertainment, there's more interesting things out there. I'd rather see fucking Borat running down the street trying to fucking make people laugh than these two bragging about how much her fucking train cost. I do not understand it. It's crazy talk, because the reality of it is you're not interested in either one of their movies. They're not good actors.
I mean, I would much prefer to get if they got something like someone, let's say like a Christopher Guest, got a tenth of the attention that Tom Cruise got, because he makes quality films.
Well, wait until after this weekend. Tell me what you think of that film. You guys are going out and seeing it this weekend, right?
Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah,
not that good.
Dave, you too?
I'll be there. Absolutely. I love Christopher Guest.
We'll see. Enjoy.
I mean, but guys like that who make good quality films, I mean, I would love to see them get a tenth of that attention towards their next new project.
Well, let's move on. What else we got?
In Illinois, an elementary school has taken some heat from parents over a children's book which features two male penguins raising a baby penguin as their own. The book's available to all the kids in the school library. So they're having a fit over a penguin book where the penguins appear to be gay.
Now, here's another interesting thing. Why is this in the news? Why are we talking about it? It's one school, right?
Right.
And, like, how many parents are mad? 4?
I'm not sure how many parents are.
Exactly. What could be the most? 12? And yet, for some reason, we're going to talk about it. Hey.
Those are always the vocal ones that always get the attention.
I'm great, Pat. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. The only reason I'm calling, we're running an open house down in Old Town on one of our resorts, and we're trying to get people down to see the resort.
Oh, down to see the resort?
It's a small resort. It's a previous center down on 1757 Peak Street.
You know, my grandmother's interested in this. Can I put her on?
Yeah, sure.
All right. They're trying to get somebody to say resort. This rings on my cell phone. Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hello?
Yes, hi. My name is Pat, and I'm calling.
Hello, Pat.
You're talking to a comedian yourself.
Hello?
All right, honey. Stay good.
Hey, I wanted to make a purchase.
Oh, honey, what would you like to buy?
Your mother's ass.
Oh, you're naughty. All right.
You're naughty. Okay. You're naughty, Pat.
All right. Bye.
There she goes. Try to keep those people on as long as I can. I figure it stops them from bothering other people.
She thought she had a sale going.
Let it happen. Sometimes when I get those people called home, I do the Vietnam vet bit, and then I start bitching about Jane Fonda. I'll just scream about Jane Fonda, and then at one point I'll just yell out, I lost my legs. That's really more of a drop kick Murphy's thing, but I like to yell it out sometimes. Because how do you, deal with that? Davin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, male penguins raise baby penguins 50% of their of baby penguins' infancy. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard about banning that book. People are stupid.
Well, you think a fucking kid that's 3 or 4 gives a shit one way or another about whether it's 2 daddies or a mom and a dad or whatever. All he knows is he hates his own parents. That's the only thing he has to go by.
It's not like in the pictures in this book you see one penguin bending the other one over. It's just 2 penguins taking care of an egg and a baby penguin. There's not graphic penguin-on-penguin male sex in this thing.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I gotta ask Fezzy, what do you think of this whole cruise thing with the wedding? Don't you think he's just trying to... He used to do good pitches, right? But now it doesn't look like he's just trying to stay on top of all the younger actors, or like, say, Johnny Depp, who's better than him now.
Well, I don't think Johnny's really that much younger if he is, but...
But, he's doing quality. It doesn't look like Cruise is just doing, like, just a star vehicle. It's War World. It's nothing like a real picture like DiCaprio does with Scorsese or somebody like that.
When's the last time you thought he made good movies, Tom Cruise?
I like Born on the 4th of July.
Born on the 4th of July, pretty damn good movie.
Right, and I actually thought his last good picture might have been Interview with a Vampire.
So that's going back a ways. I'll throw Magnolia in there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Paul Thomas Anderson, that was a great movie.
Yeah, that was actually a great movie. But the guy is, I think we fought with Dave about this before. He is a big star because he milks the media. It's not like the media is being shunned or trying to be kept away. This is a fucking show for everybody. They're trying to put on this big wedding with big stars, everybody to get this media attention. It's almost like he and the media are together on this.
What do you think of that, Ronnie? Don't you think it's almost like overexposing himself? Doesn't he see that?
I don't understand the whole gimmick. You would think at some point he thought, I have enough money. I could do whatever I want. I mean, I don't know how you get that much money and you even want to leave the house.
What'd you think of Eyes Wide Shut, though? That was after Magnolia. I thought that was a haunting movie with a brilliant performance.
Wrong and wrong. I literally heard everyone laughing. When the end credits came up in that film when I went to see it, the entire place laughed. Like, I cannot believe that happened. It moved along like a wet fly going across a glass table for 3.5 hours, however long that damn movie was.
You don't think he was like Oscar worthy for Collateral either? Because playing a bad guy like that was
Collateral
really cool.
As a movie, no, it wasn't too bad. But I don't think of it as a film. I didn't think it was exciting. So he played the bad guy once. I give him all the credit in the world. One time he didn't want people to clap for him.
Remember how much bad hype there was for Eyes Wide Shut? It's like there's raunchy sex scenes and this and that. I saw it the first day it opened. At the end of it, this one guy just stood up and just goes, "Is that it? Yeah. What happened?"
Oh, that's right. I saw it in Florida. You saw it in New York. In Florida, we just politely laughed. No one threw anything at the screen and demanded their money back. Patrick, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing? Spy Report. Darryl Strawberry's in Bayshore.
Spy Report.
YMCA.
Spy Report.
What's he doing at the Y?
I don't know. He was there with like some kids.
Just go in and start going, Darryl.
That's what I was going to do. I figure we can get a lot of people to do that, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. We need about 20, 30,000 people to help us out with that one. Hey, Earl, did you see this? Knicks only drew 15,000 the other night.
Yeah, that is quite disheartening. And considering that they used to be like 61 straight sellouts.
Sure.
They just consistently used to sell out the Garden, and now it's just not a team shit.
But it's kind of cool, though. I mean, it goes to show that at a certain point, the people just go, we no longer care.
Yeah, the fans in the end, they always have the last say. Where they're just going, you know what? I'm not going. I paid for these tickets, but I'm not going to even show up. I'll give them away.
Jeremy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Dave, you got it wrong again. Magnolia came out after Eyes Wide Shut, 2 years later.
I'll have to IMDb that, but
go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's possible I made a mistake. Actually,
Magnolia's 2001, Eyes Wide Shut's 1999.
All right. Well, Collateral came after them both, so I'm going to stick with Collateral.
I would have thought Magnolia and Eyes Wide Shut were almost the same exact time, it felt like to me.
Yeah, it did, because remember that 1999 year was like one of the best years
Yeah, it
of
was
film?
a great year, and I thought Magnolia was part of that.
Yeah. No, Magnolia was. I thought Eyes Wide Shut was as well, but I guess I was wrong.
So he's saying Eyes Wide Shut didn't come out to 2001?
No, he's saying Eyes Wide Shut came out in 97, and Magnolia came out in 99.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I think I saw both of them in the same theater in Florida, so I would have thought it was the same year, because I was only in that house for a year. Here's Jason. Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
What about Vanilla Sky? Where would you throw that in the mix?
I thought it was some interesting scenes in there, but overall did not make a good film. But the scene where he went running through Times Square and it was totally empty, I thought was really one of the great cinematic scenes. But as a film, it didn't work for me.
That one I didn't see. I know the scene you're talking about, and that is freaky looking. But I did not see Vanilla Sky.
Well, you'll have to watch that after Dog Day Afternoon.
It's on the list.
Actually, we IMDb'd it, and they did come out in the same year.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to head into the prize closet. Give me something I can win. What do I win?
You can get a DVD copy of Reservoir Dogs, the 15th...
Too late. What else can I win?
The Breakup, starring Jennifer Aniston.
I already have it. Already sold it on eBay.
Oh, boy. Anything else, Earl?
I think you pretty much emptied out the prize closet. We don't have anything else in the prize
What happened to that Cream DVD you were bragging about?
We have not gotten that in yet.
I was going to give that to Michael from Eggplant Queens for loaning us to Jack Kerouac. Did we send that back to him yet?
Yes, we did.
So he gets nothing.
Yes, we're gonna get him. We're getting him the Cream DVD.
Give him a nice full price pack.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, Kerouac. Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
What about The Last Samurai? I thought that film was pretty good, and Tom Cruise wasn't horrible in it.
Well, if by wearing a ponytail makes you a great actor, then I guess he is. He's a great actor. There's nothing I can do about it. He wins. He's the greatest actor of all time. Tom Cruise is to acting what Michael Jackson is to fucking music.
A lot of complaints about Michael Jackson's comeback in Europe. He was supposed to go at those music awards, sing Thriller. Someone else sang it. Everyone just bitching about it.
Kyle, you're on Fez.
Yeah, what about Jerry Maguire? I mean, that was pretty much his last good performance.
Kyle, on the phone you sound like a man, but I guess in real life you're a woman. Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire's a sports movie, though. I never apologize for loving. There's Bruce Springsteen.
Wait a minute. Why you're bragging about a sports movie? Who played the athlete?
Cuba Gooding.
No further questions. You got a gay guy playing the athlete. There was one good thing in that film. Mr. J. Moore, who takes lovely care of his child himself. He is, in real life, Jerry Maguire. Except for it's his real kid and not some girl's kid that he doesn't really even like that much.
Carried the picture.
Carried the picture. Thank you, Earl. Takes a lot of balls to line up on my side on a day like today. But you were there for me. I appreciate it, buddy. Brandon, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, what about Top Gun?
What about it?
Where does it come into play?
At the very bottom. But I think it was the best Coke commercial I ever saw in my life. That was literally a 2.5 hour commercial. A commercial for joining the Navy.
You didn't think there was, extreme homoeroticism in that movie, too?
The fact that you jacked off to the film, Earl, doesn't make it good to me. Yes, a couple of guys were sweating and playing volleyball outside as they bumped up against each other. Well, the whole bit, of course, you're going by is what Quentin Tarantino did on that film, right? Do we have that audio anywhere? I think we ran it on the show one time, didn't we? Hello?
We're looking for it now.
In other words, no, right? All right, here is Robin. Robin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, back to that Penguin book.
Mm-hmm.
What I think is the Penguin book, what's so stupid about them people getting upset is that book is a true story. It's happening in New York right now. They gave an abandoned egg to 2 male penguins, and they hatched it, and they're raising it. So, I mean, it's a news story. These people are nuts that get whacked out about this stuff. You know what I mean?
Look, one time I went to the zoo, I saw 2 penguins blowing each other. I'm not going to make that into a fucking book for children, though. I think it's wrong.
Any of the parents upset against this think that these 2 penguins got this egg and tried to take it on a Rosie O'Donnell cruise.
So you're all on the side of the people getting mad at the fucking hayseeds for Karen.
Exactly. It's a book about 2 animals taking care of a baby animal.
How come you never once see a book where there's a mom and dad animal taking care of a baby animal? Never has that book ever came out.
Those books happen, I'm sure.
Name one.
Oh, Bernstein Bears?
I thought that was 2 guys. That fucking it's a woman bear?
Yeah, that's a lady bear.
Ugh. She is hideous. She's the fucking ugliest beast ever. Bears should suck cock before they go and raise their kids with somebody that looks like that. Deanna, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I wanted to say, first of all, I think there's the only reason that Tom Cruise and Katie are making such a spectacle out of this is because everyone thinks that he's a faggot, which he is. And so after the whole thing with the baby and not seeing the baby, they got to prove it that they're going to stay together. And I wanted to ask, is it like the Ron and Dave and Fez show now?
It really is.
Because every time, I thought, like, Earl, he waits until you guys have something to say to him most of the time, and Dave is always talking. I don't understand it. It just doesn't make sense.
Hold on, Pitsy, you wanted to say something?
I think she's mad about yesterday's comment about black guys, too. That's why she's a little...
On what? I don't have a computer. I don't read Whackbag. I think it's stupid.
All right, thank you very much.
So I could care less, actually.
People don't like you, Dave, and it costs the show. She's called 2 days in a row to attack you. I didn't recognize her. Pitsy did.
Her views have been heard. And that's enough of the phone calls, Deanna from California. Thank you.
Nice. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Reed, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
Hold on, Reed, you're on Ron, Dave, and Fez.
Well, I thought I was calling Ron and Fez, but I guess I'll be all right.
Yeah.
The Outsiders, last good Tom Cruise movie ever. First and last, no more.
Because he was only in it for 2 minutes?
Exactly. And Dave, suck a dick.
Ouch.
Not a great way to start the weekend, Dave.
No, I have
Fez,
no plans.
It saves time.
No plans to suck any cock. What I did want to say was The Firm is considered the best John Grisham movie. And
you know what's really great about this?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I was sticking up for Tom Cruise, and you were screaming that he is the worst. Now, today, you are going out of your way because Fez brought up this movie to act like he's the best ever.
I had some time to think about it and reflect. I looked through my DVD collection. I have like 4 or 5 Tom Cruise films.
You know, I had some time to think about it and reflect, too, and I hate you.
It
really had probably nothing to do with this conversation, but it was just something I was thinking about before I fell asleep last night.
Hurts.
Good.
I was wondering about this question. All right. How much money would it take for you to cut off your hand? How much money would you need to go ahead and have your hand lopped off?
Who's going to give it to you?
Somebody, some crazy, trillionaire or something. You got some?
Name one trillionaire. Give me one trillionaire in the world, and I'll answer your question.
All right, I'll just have to go down to...
The only one I could think of is Lex Luthor, who would demand that someone cut their hand off. I don't think there is an amount of money to cut your hand off for.
No amount of money?
No, none. Why would you cut your fucking hand off for money?
Well, then you'd have all this money for the rest of your life.
And you know what you would do with a bunch of money? You would be like, what do I have to do to restore my body? All you'd want to do is get that hand back.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I would say probably $50 million. I could have a hand removed.
Really?
Yeah.
What about for you, Earl? You set the bar awful high here, Fez. I need somebody to come down lower.
I would probably go about $5 million.
$5 million, you would cut your fucking hand off.
My right hand, because I almost never use it anyway.
You would be surprised. You would be surprised how much we could put something. We'll put a jar around your hand, your right hand, and we'll so you can't take it off for 24 hours, and you'll see how much you use that hand. It would fucking drive you crazy. Hey, Cliff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, a couple things. First thing, new name for the show. It worked out for K-Fed. I think it'd work great for you guys. Let's start calling it R-Fed.
All right, you
Ron
got it.
Fez, Earl, and Dave.
Okay, R-Fed.
Second thing, Dave, you're a faggot, and free Jimmy Norton.
Oh, man. I am so nervous about what's going on with Jimmy. I am a nervous wreck about that.
I'm sure he's probably already out by now, or close to it.
Still, I hear stuff like that, I get really, really antsy.
Don't worry about it. This guy, it's no hill for a high stepper, Fezzy. Some guys, they know their way around. He's going to do just fine. He's probably got the whole place laughing.
I think I would cut my hand off for about $100,000. And
$100,000.
Yeah, because that's all I need to.
Here's the thing: we could raise that. We could raise that and do this as a promotion, a radio promotion, and you cut your hand off.
That's fine. I'll do that because we're only about a year or two away from robot hands. Anyway,
this is.
I'm being serious.
No, you're not being serious.
No, I'm being.
Yesterday, Anthony called it retarded innocence, and it is true. But in this case, it's more retarded than innocent.
No,
we're not going to get robot hands in your lifetime. You watch that fucking Star Wars movie too much.
No, but you have cranes that people can.
A crane? You want a fucking hook that moves?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a hand.
But what I'm saying is, with all the technology that we're making a lot of advances in this country.
I go and ask any of those people coming back from Iraq that are being fitted with these hook hands if it's worth $100,000 to them, and I guarantee you nobody's happy with it. It's just crazy talk.
Right, but you have to look at where technology is going. Trust me, I'll put my hair on it within I'll say by 2012 we will have functioning robot hands. I'm almost positive of it.
With a robot hand, would I be able to pick up a cowbell and smash into the cross? Would that work? Would a robot hand work? No, I'm going to need this. That's with the whack bag bell, too. I know some of the Ron Fez people don't like it, but I think it's light, it's fast, and it makes a nice sound.
New bruise for the back. Right in my back, right in the side.
You don't turn your back into a pitch.
I was doing the
pull back. No, you step back. You don't turn around like that. Then you expose your back.
But that's what Don Baylor did, and he had the record for a while.
Good. Well, you want the record for being hit by cowbells? You're going to have it. I'm trying to teach you how to dodge them.
Don Baylor also had like 3% body fat. He was built like a freight train. He didn't care. He never rubbed.
I started working out again. Push-ups.
Yeah, we've been all talking about how ripped you are. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'd take $10 million to chop off a hand, but I need the guarantee that I can play baseball like Jim Abbott. Hey, Dave, suck a big nigger dick.
Hey, John, fucking clean up your act.
White people are so scared of black people.
Dave, people aren't liking you, and that's the problem with the show right now.
Well, they do. It's just, if you could see my FBA PM box.
All right, so FBA loves you, right?
Yeah, and I think Ron
you know what you need?
coming around. Yeah,
a podcast.
Oh, I'd love I am on a radio show already.
Yeah, apparently you've now taken it's Ron, Dave, and Fez.
Okay. No, I'll do a podcast. I'd love to. Once I get my Pal Talk equipment, maybe I'll set up some shows.
Why don't you go down and start working on it now? Run back in the office with a bunch of papers, notebooks, start scribbling stuff down that you can get into. Oh, you fucking drive me crazy. Jay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going there, buddies?
Yeah.
Hey, now do you have to cut your own hand off, or can like a machine do it for you? Because that would make a big difference to me if you had to actually sit there and cut.
All right, let's just say you could actually go into an operating room and it would be taken care of properly.
That's what I would need.
I'd have to say $500 million at least.
For $500 million, I'm using a fucking chainsaw on you, and I'm tearing it up.
$500 million chainsaw.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, thanks, buddies.
That's way too high. Think about all the bills you can pay. You don't need that much money.
You have $100,000, right?
Yeah, I'm set for life with that kind of dough, I think. If I have $800 rent...
Are you fucking saying things just to annoy?
No, if I have $800 a month rent...
Do you... Yeah. Okay, let's do the math there. So, first of all, to lose your hand, you still want to stay in that fucking basement apartment. You're not even looking to step up in lifestyle.
No, I want to stay there. I'm comfortable there for the meantime.
You're also forgetting that the lovely U.S. government will take, 60% of that $100,000?
Then I'm going to up it to $200,000, whatever.
Yeah, I think it should be non-taxable. I don't think that the government has the right to step in.
That seems fair. And if I lost a hand,
You wouldn't lose it. You're giving it away at that point.
Yeah, but still, I don't know if I would go with the hook or the claw replacement. I think I would just kind of stick with the nub. I think when you have the claw, it's like more noticeable than not having any hand at all.
Fuck notice. You're trying to pick shit up. Who cares who notices you? I'd have a fucking dog's paw in there if I thought it was better than having nothing. I'd love to see if we could start operating like that. Put dog parts on people.
It's 125, 800 into 100,000.
What's that?
800 into 100,000, so 800 a month plus 100,000. So I think that would be like 125 months that I could
live rent free.
Rent free, yeah.
In some other man's fucking cellar.
So that's like
in Queens.
So like 10.5 years worth of rent you got without buying anything else with your hand money.
That's fine for me.
I'd rather rob a fucking bank with my two good hands. Oh, jeez, so fucking annoying. Craig, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Ron. I just want to ask Dave, if I give him $500,000, will he cut his head off?
They're going to have robot heads before you know it, Dave.
Nah, it's just not feasible.
Get a robot head.
I'm trying to
My name is Dave. I live in some drunk man's cellar. I had a dog lick my balls.
Robot Dave does not have to confess that. Robot Dave is going to be one of the best.
My name is Robot Dave. I still have red antennae.
The metal would rust. You'd still end up orange on top.
I pissed myself till age 16.
Yeah, it's all true, but Robot Dave...
Robot Dave fucks Jelly. Robot Dave jacked off in Grand Canyon. Robot Dave adds nothing to show.
How do I turn him off?
Boy, I think Robot Dave is being a little hard on himself, and I think Robot Dave is A-okay.
Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I got into an accident and lost just the very tip of my left pinky.
Uh-huh.
Sued the insurance company, got $60,000. So Dave's way undercutting.
First of all, that'd be $300,000 before we even get to the palm.
Yep.
You know, and the palm is more valuable than you think. Now, how'd you lose your finger, Dan?
I was riding on my grandfather's pickup truck with a nylon bowling wire. I was holding it, and it got caught in the tire as he was backing up and ripped it right off.
Oh, Jesus. So they gave you $60K?
Yep.
How fast you go through that?
I've still got some. It's in annuities.
So some people save money. I never understand. That's why I'm laughing at you with your $100,000. You know how quick I go through money.
Yeah, I know. I do, too.
You have no idea how much it costs just to be me. It's fucking staggering, the cost just to get up every morning being Ron Bennington. It's like fucking NASA.
I spend a lot of cash myself.
Drunk.
I know.
Sober, you're keeping an eye on everything. Drunk, you'd be out there with your fucking one hand, $100,000. Robot Dave wants to buy drinks for a house.
I do that way too much. I did that at the Blue Room, too. I bought the whole fucking table. It's ridiculous.
It would be less than a month before you're trying to offer up your other hand for another $100,000.
Plus, you tell me that you jack off with both hands.
Yeah, I have a double-handed technique, yeah.
That's going to be ruined. Now you're just going to get the top of your cock off.
That's a good point, because I can't even spank it now with one hand anymore. Just the conventional method doesn't work.
And it's not like you like you're choking up on a bat. You go each side.
Yeah, I have one hand, down where the thumb is down, and that's on the front of the cock, and then on the bottom of the cock, it's up as if it's like shaking the cock's hand.
Almost like you're catching a frisbee. Like if like a frisbee's thrown at you, you're
one's
bringing
upside
it down.
Right, one's right side up.
Robot Dave brought up new way to jack.
It's really the best way. If you buy yourself some Lubriderm. Robot Dave.
What's wrong?
Nah, it's just, I thought Robot Dave was... Oh!
It's time for Robot Reflection.
Razzle Dazzle.
Razzle Dazzle.
With Eastside Dave.
A little gossip, a little chat. Happy typing girl, happy typing girl, happy typing girl. Something's wrong with Robot Dave. There's smoke coming out of his head. Happy typing girl, happy typing girl. Stuck. Here's George. George, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
I got $35,000 for a broken ankle when I was 16 years old. Well, actually, they didn't pay it until I was 18. I went through it in 6 months.
6 months?
No. Yeah, you know them whorehouses that used to be out in Queens out there.
George, you sound like a guy who doesn't have a coke problem. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here's Nick. Nick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. I was wanting to ask Fezzy if he was going to use that stump to fist Team Watley.
Ouch.
Damn, where does that come from?
And it wouldn't be fisting anymore, it'd be wristing. He'd be wristing the other boys.
And then I'd be under a wrist.
Robot Dave loves to be wristed.
Oh, no. I don't think Robot Dave is gay at all. No.
Robot Dave, very gay. Very gay.
Robot Dave's circuits are crossed or something because he's not being accurate.
You drinking tonight, big man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where are you going?
Chinese. I haven't gone there in 3 weeks. Gone to my Chinese restaurant.
Chinese free wine place?
Free wine, baby. The Cottage, 77th in Amsterdam.
I was down Union Square at that farmer's market last week, and some guy had his own set up there, so he was giving free wine tasting just to show what's happening in his vineyard. So people are standing around. All of a sudden, this homeless guy comes up. Yes, I would like to have some of your wine, please, for tasting purposes. So he's doing these shots, right? And he's like, oh shit, I gotta get over. And he's trying to play a character, and he's like, he's just hammering these little shots and one. That's very good. Could I try the apple before I make any purchases? Maybe I could sell these later at my wine factory that I own. You look down, there's like fucking newspapers around his feet. That's tasty. I'm gonna stop back later and try some more of your wines. The guy's like, okay, I'll be here. They know they're going to lose so much wine to homeless people.
Bum Magazine gives the Chardonnay 4 stars.
This is delicious. Does it come in a paper bag? Robot Dave loves wine. Robot Dave loves free wine.
Oh, do I?
You going with your girlfriend tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Have you told her about the dog incident yet?
Yes, I did. At Primus, I told her. Yes, I told her about dog, jelly, blow up doll. She knows all those.
What'd she say about the dog?
At first I did the old. What if a guy told you that a dog had licked him? And I kept doing that, and then finally she said, "This guy wouldn't be you, would it?"
Oh God!
And I said, "Yeah."
How uncomfortable.
It's me.
What'd she say?
And she was not pleased, but it happened before we met, so, she did forgive me.
What about the jelly?
Jelly's fine. I mean, I thought, you know what, I'll do dog first, and then jelly and blow-up doll, and forget about it. I mean, blow-up doll is an actual woman.
So you're doing this so the whack bag guys can't set you up.
No, I mean, give us the I'd love it. I'd love to have XM's best new technology, I'd love it.
And then you'll let her start listening to the show.
Oh, I don't want her to listen live, no.
Let Robot Claire listen, and let's see how good. You'll hear Dave like this. That's interesting, Mr. Bennington, but I disagree.
Yes.
So you're going out for Chinese tonight wearing your Chinese Democracy T-shirt from the Guns N' Roses
I didn't
concert.
even think of that, but
Nice.
yeah.
I love the way a ninth grader always comes back with a brand new T-shirt. Buy the T-shirt before you can hear the album. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, if we took away one of Dave's hands, his little button slipping mishaps would decrease by 50%.
First of all, any day. Earl was all upset. We had to talk him down off a fucking tower because we got nobody else that can run the board.
No, that was just, my pinky was, my hands were sweating, and the sweat just
Were you
forced me.
using a stump that day?
You notice it never happens to Earl?
Well, he's got different skin texture. Maybe he doesn't sweat as much. I don't know.
Here's Josh. Josh, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, Josh, go ahead, buddy.
Yes, I'm a physical therapist. I have a question for David. It's got to do with the advances of mechanical hands, and he was talking about those earlier. What was his expectations on those?
2012, definitely.
Okay. Just one more question. Ramon, get that man a hook hand and finger Dave's asshole. Free Jimmy.
Hey, Josh, are you considered one of the cooler people in Georgia? Oh, there he goes.
I don't think he was a real doctor.
Yeah.
At all.
If fucking Jimmy even heard that thing from jail, he'd hang himself with his T-shirt. Here's Walter. You're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Burl, get your clippers out. You're shaving Dave's head today. 2 days ago, Oprah had a show. She had a girl on her show. My chick was watching it that already has a complete robot arm and hand. The sensors are in her chest. It's all run through her nerves, works from her brain. So there already is a functioning robot arm.
All right, now let me ask you this. What's this robot arm cost? I damn sure bet you it runs more than 100. Where are you going to get the money for this?
Well, if there is such a thing on the market right now, I will look it up, and then whatever that cost, double what I'm getting.
That's bullshit. You already came in and your bid was $100,000.
I didn't know.
Your bid was $100,000.
Well, Mr. B, I mean, it couldn't cost more than $50,000.
It's going to go to Fez at $50 million. Because a trillionaire is going to give him $50 million.
I'm hoping.
And then we can just stop the fucking bit right there. Here is Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Robot Dave is already a reality. He's a gay robot on the Adam Sandler CD.
Oh, that's great. Diana, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I just wanted to say, did you guys listen to Opie and Anthony this morning? or today, they had a story
Yeah,
about some guy that is going to court now. He was fucking a deer that he found on the side of the road, and
Was the deer dead?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're debating whether or not to charge him for getting sexual gratification from an animal. It doesn't matter which kind it is or if the animal's dead. So he can go up for charges. But he had been charged before for killing a horse that he planned to screw, and then this time he found some fucking roadkill on the side of the road. And
Here's the thing. For me, fucking foreplay takes too much time. To let alone, you got to act like a kosher butcher, cut this thing's throat, and then bang it while it's still warm.
I don't know. He's crazy, but it just said tell Dave to be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
I'm not going to murder animals, for fuck's sake.
Why did you just wink at me? When you say for fuck's sake, that's exactly what it is. For fuck's sake.
I am not a butcher. Absolutely not. I will never kill an animal.
You are filled with retarded innocence, though.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
No, a lot.
Whatever. You said I had retarded innocence with robot hands, and apparently Oprah Winfrey has
invented something. Seriously, get your way out of it, moron.
The genius has done it again.
I want to watch you fucking fight your way out of this web, you little fly.
Oprah apparently has either created or knows someone who created a robot hand.
Just Oprah there with a fucking screwdriver. Gail, get in here. It's almost finished. My robot hand is almost finished. Call me Robot Dave.
She is branching out.
Here is Stryker. Stryker, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, Dave, I believe Blackbag can probably get a thread together and a PayPal and have $100,000 before the end of the year. I think we'll take you up on your offer.
Okay, go ahead.
You still fighting with Whackbag?
Yeah, that guy put a contract out on my head. That's cool. Stryker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's the contract?
There's a funny, great thread on Whackbad called Eastside Dave Board Gossip, but it's not really board gossip. Every post is about me, and it's rumor is Dave is fag. Rumor is Dave has AIDS.
First of all, these aren't rumors.
Yeah,
they're fact.
And Stryker wrote, rumor is there's a contract out on Eastside Dave. So that's great.
So you feel like your life has been threatened?
No, I'm just maybe by Stryker, maybe.
Why kill you if you're already dying from a disease?
But I don't care for that.
I do. Let's check over at Whackbag. Here's Tony Bagels. Hey, Tony. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, buddies. Hey, Eastside Luke. For fuck's sake, why are you stealing Turtle's bit? Fuck is his word.
That's true.
What are you talking
That's Turtle's
about?
bit.
It's
it is. That's his.
Whatever. Then
you owe them
he ripped
apology.
Van Halen off then, because that's where I'm getting it from, for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Yeah, no one cursed before 1981.
Well, I'm going to have to do research on that, Mr. B, but whatever. I can say fuck.
I don't like when you wear blue.
I curse all the time. What?
Your research really does suck for your board gossip and stuff, because there's actually a contract on Eastside Dave thread, not just the one in the Eastside Dave rumor thread. There's a whole thread just on taking a contract out on you.
All right, so they're going to have you killed.
Thank you.
I thank you, Tony.
Great job. Animals.
Who is going to be murdered from the Ron and
Rebel
Fez
Devil.
show? Word has it's Robot Dave.
Robot Dave, Human Dave, we're here to stay, baby. In your face, Whackbag.
Did you just turn wiggish on us?
I don't know.
What was that?
No, it was like I was trying to have a powerful...
You got Street for a second?
Kind of like Street and powerful voice.
It was like Meryl Streep. Really, not Street. It was Streep.
I was trying to do Tony Montana, I guess, maybe from Scarface.
Try it again.
Eastside Dave and Human Dave are here to stay, baby.
That's not even the way you did it the last time. You can never do your voices twice.
Eastside Dave here to stay.
You want to do board gossip?
No, I'll wait then. Yes, I do.
Do you want to do it?
No, I don't.
You can't follow.
What do you want to do, Robot?
You have it ready? All right, let's do it.
All right.
I'm kidding. I don't
All right,
want
come
you to do it.
on.
You're a fucking idiot.
I have it.
Yeah.
There's gossip to be heard, Mr. B.
Let's take a break. Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202. from the legendary Ron and Fez studios in a predominantly white neighborhood. Ron and Fez presents Showtime with the Paulo.
Back with the Ron and Fez show. We'll see what's new at the box office. Paulo was standing by. His life's a movie. Hey, Paulo.
Your life's a movie. How are you today?
Good, Paulo. Your life's a movie.
Your life's a movie. The big movies this week, of course, are Casino Royale with the new James Bond. And then we also have Fast Food Nation, Happy Feet, big animated film.
All right, Fez and I have a little bet of our own going on this because you said Happy Feet will be the #1 movie.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be the James Bond would be #1 movie. I still think there's enough people who like James Bond and they're kind of excited because there's a new one. What's your pick on this one, Paul?
I would definitely say James Bond. I mean, we've had a flood of animated films. I mean, just an endless amount. And I mean, Happy Feet is a good one, true enough. But I mean, you know, we are. There
are so many animated films that I hate kids now. There's just they've taken over. It's an embarrassment.
It used to be you would get one big cartoon a year. You know, if that. And now it's, how many have we had this year already, Polo? 8?
Oh, it must have been at least 10. And, I mean, this one, I mean, has a nice pedigree. I mean, it's the guy who directed the Mad Max movies. It's got, you know, Robin Williams, for whatever it's worth, doing, you know, probably.
How are you directing this fucking, that you're drawing it? You're not directing it.
Well, you direct it, you supervise it, yeah, I mean, you direct it. It's a direction, but you don't draw it. You have to supervise. I mean, what do you think Lord of the Rings was 90% CGI? So that's almost the same amount of direction.
I would actually just keep going. Keep drawing, everybody.
So, I mean, but I think, yeah, no question, the big movie is the James Bond movie. I mean, for the whole second part of the year. I mean, that's really the only big franchise that's out there. So I would say James Bond's going to win. I'm sorry, Pez. That's just.
Is it going to be close?
You know, I don't think. I think the James Bond should do pretty well. But you know, obviously, this is a whole new can of worms with James Bond because we don't have Pierce Brosnan anymore.
Was he a draw though?
No, it's not. It's the series. It's James Bond, but this is a whole reimagining. I mean, to a certain degree, you probably look at this like you would like Batman Begins, where you're going back to the beginning and starting at throwing it up, making it harder, edgier. I don't know. You might be losing some of the old fans, but you're getting the new ones.
You got a good point there. They are trying to make it. It is kind of like Batman Begins, where like it's trying to be a little more realistic, a lot less about the gadgets and gimmicks. But you're right, people do like gadgets and gimmicks.
Now, the main thing is Daniel Craig. I mean, he's not a handsome guy, in my opinion. He's not as charming. This character...
This guy they're selling as the body in the commercials. It's not about his face and his look. They're just like, look, we've got him down in his underwear, and he's ripped.
Well, actually, the best scene in the movie is he's totally nude, strapped to a wicker chair with the bottom out.
That's going to leave marks.
And what they do is they whack his balls repeatedly. And, you know, it's a great scene. And, of course, Bond always says...
This is fucking homo S&M we're talking about.
Well, a little bit. He says, you know, I think you missed a spot. You know, I have a little itch to the left. You know,
so thanks for giving away plot points.
It's not a big plot point. It was just a moment. But I'm just saying...
But we all could have laughed at that. Now we can't because you gave it away.
I'm not...
Oh, here come his balls. We knew this was coming.
I didn't give the ending away or anything like that. There is the other...
All right, I want to play something for you. This is a phone call that we got here the other day, Paul.
Yeah, okay.
This was delivered to us.
Yes, Earl, this is Hill, Paul's wife. If you can find him faster than I can, then whoop-de-doo, let the holidays begin.
Whoop-de-doo, let the holidays begin, Paul.
Yeah. Well, anyway, getting back to Bond, you know, clear...
Did she ever get hold of you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here.
What are you doing? Al getting your side pussy?
I'm here, and there's no question that my life is in more chaos than maybe it has ever been before to a certain degree.
Well, you like having the side pussy, right?
And I'm trying to figure out how this is going to end. I will say that, you know, I don't want to, you keep wanting to ask me about this, okay, about the specifics, but you know I don't want to make this about me. I want to make it about the reviews and the movies.
Right, I do too.
And so I'm trying to sort things out, and yeah, there's a good part of my life and there's a bad part of my life, and it might be all over soon, but it's kind of fun right now, you know, as you're careening off the edge of the falls. Sure, I'm having a great time.
That's great. Middle-aged crazy Paul O. doing his movie reviews.
So when she can't find you, what should we say? That you're not at the airport waiting for your stewardess to land?
What I would like you to do...
Say he's balls deep into the new girl.
What I'd like you to do is, if you could arrange for her passage up to New York and to work alongside Eastside and Earl for a little bit.
I would bring her up and let her stay at Fez's house for a week.
At my house?
Rhode Island.
I don't want that nut in there.
No one would know the difference.
Exactly, and maybe Fez is just what she needs right now.
You want to do that, Fez, and we'll bring her on the show every day?
No, there would be no way I would be able to control her.
You don't have to control her, and I'm totally serious now.
Look,
and Dave will help you, and Earl will help you, but you're the one with the extra bedroom. Lord knows I'd have her stay with me if I could, but I can't.
I have no control over what is actually going to happen.
Let's do this.
I would need the Army or the Marines to help control her.
No, seriously, I don't think that this was going to happen. It was just a brief moment.
I want to see Fez if he would have been open to it. I bet we could have pushed him through. Nick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Paulo, you suck. You'll give away more about the movie and the plot and everything on a review than you will your life. You suck.
I'm not trying to make it about me.
You fucking ruin movies
for us.
Sorry
I brought up about the balls getting whacked. I mean, there's going to be some violence in the movie.
Not that kind.
And, it is edgier, more violent, more aggressive violence than maybe we've seen in the past. It's not as flashy in general. But I would say that, I'm still kind of upset. The one thing I probably don't like about this movie more than anything else is it's one of the first books from the series, and the main action takes place in a casino, and so you're sitting around a poker table.
Oh, come on, Paul. Don't ruin it for us.
Why do you keep giving things away?
You cannot talk about a movie without at least addressing some minor, the essential thrust of
I disagree. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, one key factor that I think Fez has in his favor this weekend with the two movies opening is that Happy Feet is at least a good half an hour shorter, so you'll be able to fit in more showtime.
That works for you, Fezzy. Nice move.
Nice, I'll take that.
Well played, Mr. Watley. Well played indeed.
Well played,
Thank you, my friend.
I lost you, Jason. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, I understand. Anyway, I don't think it's about the bet. I think it's about the fact that the people want to see the new James Bond, and of course, there's the other people who want to take their kids to a children's movie. And there's other movies out this week. There's the new Christopher Guest movie, For Your Consideration.
Did you see this, Paul?
Yes, I did, and it kind of leads into the whole Oscar season because it's about actors getting caught up in the Oscar frenzy. And we are in the middle of the Oscar season. And as far as Christopher Guest movie goes, it's not my favorite because it just gets so bitter. Those actors fighting each other over, the attention.
There's always these guys don't want to hear that. They don't want they don't want you to ruin this for them.
It's just the ending of the movie is what really.
Oh man.
That was the one I was definitely going to see this weekend.
Don't bother. Where are you going, Earl? You pissed?
Wasn't saying
the movie.
I didn't say the ending.
But you said the ending's a letdown.
I think it is a letdown.
And you said it's the worst one you've seen out of all of them.
Easily.
I didn't say. I still say I enjoyed it. I always enjoy all those movies with Christopher Guest. I love them. But I'm just saying that there's a bitterness. There's an undercurrent of bitterness that runs through this film because, it's really about people whose lives are dashed and destroyed, and then this is their last chance.
You're dashing and destroying our weekend.
I'm not trying. And
you get up and you wake up to that shrew every day, and you can't go...
No, he doesn't. He's with the new girl.
You can't go off to your middle-aged stewardess, so you try to ruin our weekend.
All right, let's not attack the new girl.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm just trying to make it about the movies. And there's Fast Food Nation, which was a big nonfiction book, which they turned into a fiction movie with Richard Linklater. That's also out this week.
Is that awful?
It's an attack on fast food. It's an attack on McDonald's and Burger King. And, some people just don't want to see that, seeing shit in their hamburgers and seeing a cow cut open and things like that.
Yeah, I think I'm one of those people. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, where can I get my Paulo Sucks at Life t-shirt?
I think that will be available soon.
I'm not. It's not about my life. My life has been difficult, and I'm trying to make this about the movies and not about me. I'm not saying that I suck.
The thing is, you're trying to make this not about you and being about the end of movies that people want to go see.
Okay. The Casino Royale, I did not reveal the end of the movie.
You say they show up at a casino, and that ruined it for me.
I mean,
because I'm like, what does this title mean?
There is actually a very emotional quotient to. I mean, this is actually supposed to be a more emotional Bond. This is Bond before he
Drill, you're on Ron and
put
Fez.
the curtain down and shut down
does
the emotion.
Christopher get an Oscar, Paul?
Yes.
That's the blurbs that Paul O tries to do to be part of it.
I'm saying it's about the Oscars, so it leads into the Oscar season. We haven't even really talked about all the Oscar movies that are coming out. I mean, it is that time of year. But for your consideration is about the Oscars, and I think there's the possibility that it actually might get some Oscar buzz. As far as Casino Royale, though, I don't know.
Here's Tones. You're on Ron and Fez with Paul O.
007 Oscars for Mr. Bond.
Yeah, and Daniel Craig is something of a new face for some people. And as I say, this is him falling in love. Bond never really falls in love, and he falls in love in
You
this
think
movie.
you're in love with this new chickie of yours? Have you said the word love?
Yes.
Wow.
Has she said it to you?
Yes.
Wow. And have you told Gail yet?
I think the issue is that...
When we do this, Paul, would you promise me this?
Yes.
Because I've done nothing but help you all these years.
Well, yeah, I think there's a balance.
When you tell Gail that you love someone else,
yes.
Can we do it on the air?
Look, I'm trying to work things through in the next few weeks.
Really?
Okay?
You're going to dump her during the holidays. Nice.
Or kill her.
Well, it's not. I'm not saying. I said work things through. There's all kinds of things that we might want to do here.
Menage?
I'm just saying. There's the possibility that we'll work to take care of her. I don't know.
But you do now want to spend the rest of your life with the new girl?
Yes.
Wow. This is gigantic, Paul.
This is so hardcore. You're done thinking about this. You know what you want now.
But I'll tell you this much. My life, is clearly on the edge. I mean, we had the movie, and we had the problems with the movie. We have all of this going on. I was already begging God to kill me every day. Now I have a reason to live. And, of course, now God can cash in on all of that stuff I've been asking for. You see,
right.
He can say, now that you want to live again, now is when I kill you.
Does the new girl want to live with you?
Yes.
Where at?
It's very complicated. And
you don't have to stay in Florida now, Paul.
I understand that. But, you see, this is the thing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff still to sort out. But, I mean, the point is frankly, there is the whole issue of how to take care of Gail because she's pretty much helpless.
To me, I met her. I thought she was fantastic. Hold on, she's on the other line. I hope this isn't a problem for us.
Yes, Earl, this is Jill, Paul's wife. If you can find him faster than I can, then whoop-de-doo,
right
let the holidays begin.
I'm in the other room. Okay. Thank God she hung up.
Do you think she'll move on and find somebody else?
No, I think the thing is that, you might not have me to kick around anymore because the fact is I don't think I can survive much longer. The hope is...
Where is she right now? Let me talk to her.
No.
I'm not going to bring it up to her, Paulo.
No, I don't...
I'm going to make up excuses why you haven't been around much.
I'm sure everything's going to blow up and
literally.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Paulo, where's the dogs? Is she sleeping with the wolves now? Is she with the dogs?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, what happened with little Regis that she was crying about?
She's with the dogs. Right now, the only way that I can leave the house is if they're in the bedroom with her, because if they're out in the living room, they basically bust me every time if I'm leaving the house.
Is she so tranked up right now?
I at this point, yeah, because I really... I really wanted to have a nice, calm, relaxing movie review session today without
Now, Paul, this new girl, is she a listener of our show?
She's becoming one.
So and you met her on the movie?
Well, frankly, I met her as a mutual interest on Elton John sites.
You met her on the Elton boards?
Yeah.
That is so embarrassing. to meet your chick on some fucking fanzine site.
It was just, that's why. It was just one of those things, where
My favorite is Honky Cat.
I was very happy to see that you guys were playing Tumbleweed yesterday. But
I'm glad that you liked it. Seriously.
That goes out to her, I guess.
I mean, she has
England's Rose is her screen name.
What is her favorite song?
I actually, we talk about a lot of things, but that's.
All right, so here you are, you dirty dog. Now I'm putting it all together. So you meet her on the Elton John fanzine site.
Yeah.
Then you go, I'm shooting a movie.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah.
Will you meet me there? Now, was that the first time you were with her?
Yeah.
Swear?
Yeah.
Okay, so why this is happening? Why the first time we ever meet Gail O and everybody's watching out on her, you're fucking around with this other chick.
I'm not saying exactly what transpired and when and how and all of that. I mean, the fact is I was very focused on the movie. There was a lot of going on. As a matter of fact, one of the most disturbing things about the New York trip was just before we went to the studio. Okay, she went to Bloomingdale's, Gail went to Bloomingdale's, and spent $1,000, just like it was nothing. And as I say, this is really the issue for me is that the money issue where
it never bothered you until there was new pussy on the horizon.
The future,
no, for years we're going. Your wife is a nut. You're like, whatever, I don't care. Let her do what she wants.
Look,
as soon as there's a whiff of new pussy, you're like, what is wrong with Gail? She's crazy.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, the fact of the matter is I was in some state where I wasn't acknowledged. I was just saying, God, kill me. God, kill me. God, kill me. And it was like, when is it going to end? Just kill me before it's all over.
Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, guys, how are you?
Good.
Did he ever tell her about the Sandy Kane incident in Twatto?
Yeah. Have you told the new girl about Twatto?
The issue is Gail has been, here when I've been doing all sorts of things on the show throughout the years, and it's never been a problem. And the fact is yeah, she's kind of a pretty, has some freaky qualities herself, and she's into all kinds of fun things. And
like what? What are you guys doing? Is a lot of S&M sex?
No, nothing like that. But I'm just
toys. You play with toys?
She has a good
hit her in the ass with a dildo.
The issue is that it really was about the fact that Gail
You ever do this? Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move.
The issue is that Gail had driven me to the edge of death, and that I'm being pulled out again.
Don't push
now
me,
I have a reason
'cause I'm close to the
live.
edge. All right, Polo.
Okay.
Your life is fucking really crazy right now.
It is very crazy, and you know, every week I don't know if I'm necessarily going to survive, but having fun, yeah.
Chris, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Can I talk to Paulo first?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, yes, hello.
Hey, Paulo, unlike the 99% of the nation, I do not hate you. Fortunately, you're in a great situation now. A month ago, you were cunt's hair away from stepping in front of a Mack truck, and now you got a new piece of ass. You provide a fantastic service on the radio by destroying movies for the whole listening audience.
Thank you.
Why don't you just nut up and tell this crazy bitch you don't want her anymore?
I know. Paul.
It's the last part of the puzzle for you.
Well, here's the issue. I have to put whatever is left of the shreds of my financial situation into some kind of order.
All right, this new girl, the tiny dancer, as you call her, right,
Yes.
Polo? Where does she live?
I would rather keep the particulars.
How
private.
close to? Give me in hundreds of miles how far she is from you.
A mile and a half.
So she's a local girl.
At this point.
She's right around the corner from you.
At this point, she moved in from another city? Holy shit, Paul.
You're in so deep.
Yes.
Balls deep. So you're over there every day.
So the issue is...
Part of you wants to brag, right?
No. Part of me doesn't want to brag. Part of me, all Paul O wants, who has to talk in the third person at this point because
Sure.
he's having a complete mental breakdown, is that he wants things to be quiet. He wants to have a nice, quiet movie review session where he just talks about the movies, and Jay Moore isn't attacking him, and Kev isn't attacking him. I want to just finish the movie and have it do moderately well, because I think it's really a unique kind of thing, and then I can move on to some of my other bigger projects that I wanted to do, and everything's going to be good. The other possibility is that everything is just going to turn into total shitstorm, and I will be sucked up into, a tornado somewhere. Yes.
Seriously, your movie is garbage, your reviews are garbage.
No.
But you got a little chick on the side, and that's nice, and I'm happy for you. Everything else sucks.
You are home.
Well, then I should be dead soon. So
you are a homo.
All right, sir, but actually...
What's her name, Paulo?
I'm not going into anything. The movies this week, though, there's a lot of good stuff. We haven't talked about Oscars yet, so hopefully we'll get to the Oscars soon. And I don't want to...
Boulevard is not that bad. Piano man, he makes a stand. Is that Paul?
Yes. Yes. It's a good way to go out, as they say.
It is.
I'm trying to.
Hey, Paul.
To do a good thing. Yes.
Sing to her. She sings her song. The words she knows, the tune she hums. Paulo's in love. He's moved her 1.5 miles away.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but as I say, who knows what...
Here, with no one near, only you, and you can hear me. Come on, Paul. When I said softly,
slowly. Helton can't hit those high notes anymore.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
He's got a brand new album, too, that's really fantastic. Captain and the Kid.
Count the headlights on the highway.
Probably got the best reviews of the last 30 years.
Lay me down in the streets of landing.
Still fucking really want to kill people because we're thought so.
You had a busy day today. Hey, Paulo, this new girl of yours.
Yes.
Is she trying to talk you into killing Gail?
No. We're trying to figure out how to help her, actually.
It's the circle of life.
I'm trying to figure out how to help her, and so is she. I mean,
I'll tell you how to help her is a fucking pillow over her face.
Yeah,
that's all you can do.
I mean, I think that what I've been telling her for years is that, she has no reason to live, and I have no reason to live, and one of us has to die soon, so it's probably going to be me.
Or her.
It's probably going to be me.
If you get to choose.
No, I don't mind.
Not wink, wink, big man.
I don't mind going first. Big movies this week, big Oscars.
Let's try to talk to her, Paul. And I promise I'm not going to say anything.
No.
Go grab her for me.
Maybe soon.
I want to ask her if she wants to come to New York.
And maybe soon we'll talk about that. And she seems to want to call you guys now, so I'm sure there's nothing I can do to stop her to do that. Now that she has your number, and Earl, and the two of you, Earl and her, maybe it's Earl and her that get together.
That would be great, right?
Right, because I know Earl likes...
Yes, Earl, this is Gail, Paul's wife. If you can find him faster than I can, then whoop-de-doo, let the holidays begin.
Oh,
I think she would be a big addition to the show.
She's calling you, and you're fucking busting a nut over the other chick's face, right?
I'm saying that I hope that I do the right thing in every way.
Me too. Hey, Steve, you're on with Paulo.
Hi, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, I just wondered if the new girl sucks cock like a waitress blowing a chef.
As far as Eastside Dave's life, has a great life, in my opinion. I'm very happy for him. And
Eastside's out of the movie, though, huh?
No. I mean, we're still. The big problem is that there was a lot of issues, and I need to get a complete.
I talked to Crotch Critter yesterday.
Yeah, I heard.
Let me ask you this, Paul. Yeah. Are you locked into this world premiere on Pal Talk?
I'm not locked in, no.
It sounds like a great idea you came up with.
I understand. I'm not locked in.
I just want to know who's going to be on his arm on the red carpet.
She'll be wearing a mask like a luchador, so Gail O won't know who she is.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and keep the tabloids out of it. We're going to have to go in separate limos. But the thing is, that I haven't locked in anything as far as exactly how I'm marketing this now.
It seems to me Pal Talk is the way.
I want to edit it. And then we'll move. Then we'll start to put it up.
All right, could be fun.
It could be fun, sir.
JT, you're on with Paulo.
Guys, sorry to bother you while you're at work, but man, Paulo,
Yes, sir.
Grow a set of balls. Let me reference back to Ron and Fez on your side. You are half a step away from being half a fag. Let them both know. Let them fight it out. And get this over this. This just is crap. I can't stand it.
With my fag side, sir. I realize...
You had one gay thing that happened when you were younger, right?
It was not a gay thing when women... Oh,
you crossed swords with another boy, though. You said when you were growing up.
Yeah, that was when you're young. Somebody asks you to do that, and you say, well, whatever. But, I mean, no, it was never something I thought of.
So you went balls to balls with him, or was it
dickhead
to dickhead?
No, it was just like looking at stuff. The thing is...
Poking and licking?
No. The issue is simple. That I'm not afraid of that, but obviously I rejected that whole thing. And I mean, I'm not a homophobe or anything like that.
Here's Kevin. You're on with Paulo.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Paulo?
Yes, sir.
I was wondering if you felt about leaving your wife when she had an abortion for you. She loved you that much.
That you could have left her with 2 kids, but you forced her with 2 abortions.
Clearly, as early as way back then, it was clear that we should not have progeny or children of any way. And that was my feeling, is that it was really me taking care of her for all these years.
Is the new girl pro-choice?
Yes. The issue is that right now, as I say, I just want to calm things down a little bit, and we'll see how.
Well, keep us updated, because this is very exciting for us.
I understand. It's interesting to know whether I'm going to live or die, to a certain extent, because I know
you're living and loving. You're finally happy.
I am.
Paulo, we got to take a break. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.
With the Ron and Fez Show on a Friday, our buddy Bobo, he's going to be playing live in Baltimore. That's Saturday night, tomorrow night, at Auto Bar in Baltimore, 2549 North Howard Street, Baltimore, Maryland. It's Bobo's first appearance in an actual club in his hometown of Baltimore in over 20 years.
The homecoming, huh?
Exactly. So they welcome home their favorite son, Bobo.
How favorite if he hasn't been there in 20 years?
Prodigal son. Then I'll go that way.
I know he plays Cleveland. That seems to be big for him. And Prodigal, don't you have to leave?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
He stayed there, except for he just hasn't had a booking. All right, so he's at the Auto Bar?
The Auto Bar, and that is on North Howard Street, Baltimore, Maryland. Tomorrow night, Bobo goes on at 9 p.m.
What do you say? We sneak down, check out his show?
That would surprise the hell out of him. That might make him a little too nervous to look out over the crowd and see us there.
It would actually surprise me if I did such a thing as that.
I have no idea what the act is, but he'll be at Auto Bar tomorrow night.
Sure you do. You know what the act is. He's done it on this show. It's crazy banjo songs.
Tomorrow afternoon, it's 1 versus 2, Ohio State versus number 2 Michigan. Tomorrow in Columbus at 3:30 p.m. in the East.
Game of the century, they're calling it. Where are you going on this one, Fez? Does Michigan have any chance at all?
Yeah, I think Michigan does have a chance. I think they got a good enough defense that they have a chance there.
I haven't watched Ohio State yet, so I don't know how good they are. I saw Michigan when they crushed all over Notre Dame play. They looked, at that point, unbeatable. But now they're up against this big Ohio State game.
And it will be in the Horseshoe at Ohio State. Ohio State, the Buckeyes favored by 7 going into this game.
This is my first Monday, my first Friday in really 7 weeks, not to be all excited. First time in 2 months. I don't have Mr. Perfect to go to. And that's it for us. But I might watch this game over the weekend.
Well, Ronnie, actually, Earl and I have a little surprise for you. It has taken me all week making some arrangements, but I've made the financial changes that I've had to. Earl feels he's back on. Mr. Perfect's coming back with another pick, and I am backing it up financially, Ronnie.
Backing it up how?
I am putting everything in. I have liquidated stuff, and I am going in on this bet. I am putting up the money for this one to get us back into it.
Well, best of luck to you two guys. I hope I give you all the credit in the world. Best of luck.
So, if you want in with us...
I got nothing. I lost it all last week.
Ronnie, I'm putting up the money for the group. I want you in on this. We're gonna make a comeback, and I'm gonna back this one.
I'm trying to understand how I count into this, though. What do you mean for the group?
Because we want you as part of this.
Part of this how?
It's your bet. I'm giving you the money.
Fez, if I lose again, I won't be able to cover.
I don't care. I want to be you know what? You talked about being a team. I want to be a team. I've talked to Earl about this.
All right, let's try to figure out the arrangements. What are the arrangements?
The arrangement is I'm putting up the money for this.
And what happens if we win?
If we win, we all win.
All right, that's great for us. All right, what do we got, Earl? What are we picking?
I'm going with the big game. I am going with the Ohio State-Michigan game.
Uh-huh.
And I am taking Michigan.
How many points?
Plus the 7 points.
This is the first time you've ever taken a dog.
Actually, it's my second dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taking the Michigan Panthers. Very good football team. This will be... Did I say Panthers again? Wolverines.
Yes.
I don't know why that's in my head, but I'm taking...
You told me you had your gift back.
That was part of it, flubbing it, but I am going with Michigan. That has been my team all year. I'm taking them plus the 7 over the Ohio State Buckeyes, and that'll be my perfect pick. And I just feel very good about this football team, even on the road, and I can't see how they can't lose.
All right, Mr. Perfect is back covering the team now, and we're taking Michigan and 7 points.
Michigan and 7 points.
So I'm covering for you, and we will be back to ground zero, Ronnie.
I hope not, Fezzy. I hope it's a win.
Can I get in on this action, please?
I guess so. It's a team thing.
Because I know I thought it was a jinx, but I'd love to get it. I need something. I want to be part of the team.
You're in, big man.
Don't let him in. He is a jinx.
Fezzy, it's a team deal now. Now we're all in it together.
Going to the ATM right after the show.
All right. I thought Fez was covering, but here's Tony. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you going, guys?
Yeah.
I just want to thank Earl for guaranteeing the Buckeyes a victory. It's going to be great. We appreciate it, Earl, and you're a hell of a guy.
I don't blame you here. To me, he seems like Mr. Imperfect. But we're off. We're back. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to tell Earl he's got an awesome pick there. Ohio State sucks a major cock for all them Buckeye fans. Go.
Now, you know he's from Michigan if he says cock. Michigan cold is rotten. What was that commercial that ran for years?
Was that NyQuil?
No, it was Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Minneapolis cold is rotten. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
Punch out right away. You didn't hear what Earl said? Says, I don't see how they can't lose.
Yeah, I don't even understand everything to this bet, but I'm going to be in. Since I'm not putting up any money, I'm going to be in. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Earl, you jinxed it. You said, I don't see how they can't lose.
Here's Drew. Drew, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Drew.
Fezzy's involved. How's this going to work? It's screwed.
Well, this time it's different. Fez is putting up the money. So with Fez putting up the money,
so I think it's going to dump.
I don't see him as being a jinx at all anymore.
Thank you, Ronnie.
And the same way I don't see Dave as being a jinx.
No, it's a winning team. Winning fever is in. It's good to be a part of the perfect bandwagon, too.
I can't imagine this working. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, how many times has Fezzy looked at Earl today on that bet?
They can look all he wants. He's the money man now. Fez is the one throwing the cash around.
Earl says he knows what he's doing, that he's back. He's ready to get back on a roll.
Well, he does. It's all going to work out now. Clay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Earl, it's a sucker bet, buddy. I'm telling you guys. I will match your bet, Fez. Take the over on the game. Stay away from the points. It's too big. Anything can happen.
take
You want to
the
double down,
over.
Fez, and we'll go over too? Let's double down.
I'll match the bet if they will go over.
I'm just going with what Mr. Perfect says.
Michigan Panthers.
I don't know why I keep saying
Who are
it.
they playing? The Detroit Wheels?
The Wolverines of Michigan will defeat the Ohio State Buckeyes and give the 7 points.
What's going to happen with the Panthers?
The Panthers are no longer in existence.
Wait, Krusty the Clown. That was a hell of a laugh. Hey, kids.
Sorry.
Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies, how's it going? Just want to let you know, Earl, I got the faith for you. I'm throwing in $500 I earned in overtime to make double for new rims for the Beamer.
Earl, to me, when you stand up like that, it just looks pathetic now. Just looks pathetic. Ken, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, I want to know what Earl's going to do. Or is he going to cower again? I want to see, like, an eyebrow. This way, if he loses, he's got to go to Thanksgiving dinner without an eyebrow. Dave does it.
Yeah, here's the thing. You can't notice when Dave is missing an eyebrow.
I'm so confident I'll put my left eyebrow up on the block for this. Well, I'm finally with Mr. Perfect. The team's going to win.
The team is here. We're all a team now.
gelling.
We're all a great team.
Everyone deserves a comeback. This is Mr. Perfect's comeback.
Thanks for trying to sell this.
I'm not trying to do anything.
Seriously,
I'm excited.
I'm saying I appreciate it.
What are you talking about?
I appreciate it. Is that wrong?
There's genuine excitement here.
Is it wrong for a manager to say, I see what you're doing for the show, and I like it? Tell me again how excited you are.
I'm just pumped.
Yeah. Here's Brian. You're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Yo, Michigan's going to win it for Bo Schembechler today. He died this morning.
What if we get, like, big signs that say, you Bo, he's watching, instead of no?
I would love that.
Or Bo Panthers. We'll just have that sign up. Why do you have Bo Panthers?
I always hated those goofy signs where they try to incorporate whoever's broadcasting the game.
Yeah.
Or they're like, let's outfox them in the Super Bowl, something stupid like that, and they always try to incorporate, or they'll do like ESPN, they'll spell ESPN.
Well, is it an ABC? We could do at Bo's Cremation. Just be standing there with it.
Yeah, it's an ABC game.
Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I just wanted to thank you for letting the double mushes in on the bet so my Buckeyes can kick the shit out of Michigan.
There is a ton of jinxes here because Fez put up the cash, Mr. Imperfect has come up with the pick, and Dave is here.
That's right.
Putting up an eyebrow.
That's
but he's
right.
excited, aren't you?
I'm putting up Lefty, and I'm pumped as can be.
This will just totally show that I am not a jinx.
All right.
That I can get that off of me.
I do believe.
Everyone deserves a second chance. The show Lost taught me that.
The what?
I'm on the Lost on
You're
DVD.
back to first season?
Yeah.
So if this was 2003, we'd all be laughing and getting your jokes.
Yeah.
Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, get Dave off this game. I already got $1,400 on it. Cowbell his ass.
He's
Tell him to
in.
shut
The
up.
team is all betting together. Pitsy, jump in. You're wearing a Nolans shirt. Jump in. By the way, Pitsy had to fight everybody on the boards last night because it was Jersey versus Long Island all night.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal last night. There was nobody from fucking Long Island on the boards at all last night.
Well, no one in Long Island owns a computer. Pat, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Does you think Fez and Dave offset each other's jinx, or is Earl still the big jinx?
Actually, it's an all jinx thing. I mean, let's face it. I lost last week too. We're all down here. We're 0-4. Fez has put up the money and is going to share it with the team. If I only get a quarter of this bet, I'll be happy with it.
No,
a
Ronnie.
quarter is better than nothing.
I didn't explain myself right.
No, really?
Yes, this is your money to bet with, to get back everything.
If it's my money to get back, bet to do anything I want with?
Yeah.
I'll put it in my fucking bank account.
No.
And end this madness.
This is for the bet.
So what you're trying to say, Fez, is this. You're going to put up the money.
Yes, I'm putting up the money.
You believe in Earl.
Yes.
I'll take the winnings.
Yes, they're for you.
And that's it?
Well,
this is the nicest thing I've ever heard, eventually.
Yes, this is what I want to do for you.
And what happens if they lose?
I can't even think about that.
If they lose, you take the loss, right?
Yeah.
That's the way you're providing friendship to me.
Yes, that's what I would have to do.
That's the bottom line here.
That's what I would have to do.
Hold on. Maybe now I'm starting to fucking cry. Maybe I'm getting a little misty.
I wanted to do something nice for you. You brought me through week.
Well, this is a start.
A start?
Yes.
It's about everything I got.
Where are we going to watch this game?
I don't know. How about?
Oh, you guys are Notre Dame watchers, right?
Yeah, but the game's on after Notre Dame.
Oh, is it?
No, it starts an hour later. They're going to be on at the same time.
Very exciting. You know what? Since it's not my money, I'll just check the box score the next day. I won't even look that night.
You got to be glued to this.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, let's just tell the Panthers fans out there that it's Ohio State 27, the Panthers 10.
866-RUN-0-FEZ, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Nobody right now is picking the Panthers. I've checked every booking line there is. No one thinks the Panthers can pull this out, this game between the Wolverines and the Buckeyes. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, I figured Fez out finally. I've been working on it all week.
Mm-hmm.
Last Friday, his drunk Fez took all his money and bet against y'all. That's why he wants to get this back.
It does seem very funny that he would do this.
That is what has happened.
What, that I would want to help out my friend?
Jimmy the Saint, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron, I solved the problem here. You got to get Crazy Jen to offset all these jinxes that are going on in this bet.
Get a hold of Miss Perfect. Give Crazy Jen a call.
Crazy Jen wanted to do a pick last Friday and last week, and she picked the Buccaneers. It was Monday. Picked the Buccaneers.
Just the opposite. She picked the Panthers to beat the Buccaneers. She came through flying colors. She's 1-0. She's at the top of her game. Do we got Jen on the line yet?
We're dialing her up now.
Okay, very good. This is very, very exciting to know that I'm back in the gambling game after all this. Fez, you're covering for me.
Yes.
If this bet loses, you're covering the bet.
I am covering.
If it wins, you're taking the entire win and giving it to me.
Yes.
I can't lose.
You can't lose in this one.
You know what I call this?
What?
Friendship.
There you go.
After all these years, this is friendship.
There you go.
Where the hell were you with this before? This is changing everything.
Well, I didn't know if I could arrange some things.
I'm starting to feel better about myself. I got a little lift to my step. Colors seem brighter now. Dave, I just noticed something. Your hair is orange.
Yeah. Absolutely it is.
Your face is clear.
Yes.
You may want to go back to not noticing colors so much.
866-RUN-0-FEZ, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. We're going to get Crazy Jen on the phone just because she happens to be Miss Perfect. And we'll see if she can give us an answer. How's it coming? We don't have her yet, Earl?
No, she's not picking up.
It takes a while to climb that pole to answer the phone.
Holy shit. Earl, is that who I think it is walking around?
That is indeed who it is. Mr. Robert Randolph.
You know he was coming by today?
Yeah, I made some calls, and you told me to get on it, I got on it.
Robert Randolph is here.
He's got a new CD coming out called Colorblind. Robert Randolph and the Family Band. Earl's giving me this information. They'll be appearing at the Roseland tonight in New York City and at the 930 Club in D.C. November 24th and 25th.
Let's play something from the new album. Earl, you got something? What do you want us to play?
He's got me Thrill of It from the new album Colorblind.
Hey, let me grab my guitar and get in the car. People I live on the turnpike, chasing another fake, 'cause what you feeling like? Feeling some people like to pose like they're hardcore, and others still around like they're Philly boys. We got to get out, just so you see, tomorrow is all we'll ever be. It might hurt just a little bit, while I'm trying to figure it out. I'm on this ride for the thrill of it, living the dream, that's what life's all
Robert Randolph and the Family Band from the new CD Colorblind. That's called Thrill of It.
How you doing?
We were just talking about you today. The Earl turned us on to the new album, and it's fantastic. You guys just keep getting bigger and bigger every time you're coming out.
Yeah, man, we happy we growing a little bit. You know, we had a chance on this record to work with a lot of the great producers and songwriters and a lot of great artists, from Clapton to Dave Matthews to get a lot of input from Santana and Daniel Lanois, the producer, and Rick Rubin, the producer, and Mark Batson, the producer. So this was a great ride for us. It's been 3 years since our last CD was out, so we wanted to make sure with this one we really took our time and shown major growth while we were working with people. You know, you can't tell people you work with Clapton and Santana and Dave Matthews that come out with crap.
Right.
You know? So that's what we wanted to make sure we do. When you're talking to Rick Rubin and Daniel Lanois, people who created careers for artists and bands and made great music, you know, you got to sometimes take a step back and really listen to those guys and see what they got planned for you. You know what I mean? And that's what it was about.
You know, so many of the people that we've already liked, they all dig you guys, though. That's the cool thing. It's like when you go, all right, here's an artist I've liked for a long time. Who are they into? And they seem to. We just had Sam Moore in not too long ago.
Nice.
And he was talking about you.
Nice.
So many, and you know, you bring up Clapton.
Yeah.
And that's got to feel strange for you guys, too, right? To have...
Well, yeah.
You know, guys that were like heroes being into you.
Well, see, that's what it's about, and it just shows that sometimes people don't really understand, but these guys are the creators of what has influenced everything new today.
Right.
You know, when you talk about Clapton and Santana, and you can keep going, Marvin Gaye, all these people, you know, Mark Marley and James Brown and Sly Stone, they've created what music has become today. You know, so... we just happy to have influences and from those guys and really have them appreciate what we do, that we could come in and kind of shake things up a little bit and kind of keep opened up a new yellow brick road for some music out there.
But the cool thing too was when that funk tribute was on TV that you guys were a part of. I mean, all the legends are out there.
Yeah.
And then here you guys come up much younger, but holding your own, blowing people away, because not everybody really knew who you guys were at that time.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know, and that was really the first time that, we were all nervous.
Right.
That was the first time we got a chance to be in front of so many different big, huge artists, not even all of the people that watch around the world. I mean, this was the first time we got in front of Prince and all these other people, and Clinton and everybody. And so for us to be there,
and hang with those guys, and for so many people to see us, that was the first kind of outlet for us to be in front of all the people like Sam Moore and all of the Claptons, a lot of people. So that was a great ride for us.
And you guys hit the ball out of the park too. I mean, just really, really came up and shredded.
Yeah.
What you play, it's called the
pedal steel guitar.
Pedal steel guitar,
which is a slide guitar. A lot of people see it in country music. A lot of times, Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead used to play one a lot. So yeah, I grew up in church playing. Well, I saw guys in my church play, and this was a church that started out in the South, but now it's an organization now. Mm-hmm. And the story behind that was in the South, it was a poor churches were down there, so guys couldn't afford organs in those days. So they bought an old small little lap Hawaiian steel that cost maybe $30, and it started this tradition of our own eclectic church music, which started out. So guys like me who, born and, I'm not going to say, but I'm young, but, so I grew up watching some of these older guys as they got older, and some of them, some have died and some are still living today, 60 something, 70 something, almost 80. So I grew up and I wanted to do what they do, but kind of take it to another level and kind of really get it out there, because the church music was inside a box for 60 years that these guys played in.
So you're a little kid, you're watching this music, and you want to be part of it, and then you're thinking, why isn't this more popular? Why isn't this on the radio?
Yeah, that's what happened, you know, and growing up in my church, I kind of understand, but as I started to talk to a lot of the older players in the church, they really couldn't do it. They were, they were called the devil if they go out and play.
Away from the church.
Yeah, away from the church, but I figured, man, because I was kind of mixed up teenage. I didn't know where I was going in life,
right.
So for things to start to happen, I met a guy who came into church. He got me going, me and a band, playing some clubs out here in the city, small little clubs, Avenue A, Avenue B, and Mercury Lounge and all that stuff. And so we got out there and we started to play, and magical things started to happen. So that's when I figured out that this was much more bigger than what I thought was big just in our church, because it was great in our church, but people from everywhere started to clamp on, and really, it became this thing to where we even still growing now, but it's now people see it and go, wow, what's happening here?
And you were getting the response from the other musicians right away, take that, because someone told us a story today that they saw you open for Vernon Reid, who is a good friend of Earl's and a great musician.
Yeah.
And all those guys were giving you feedback right from the beginning.
Man, yeah, people like Vernon Reid, and you got people like the Allman Brothers, who's always been there for us.
Yeah.
Warren Haynes and Greg Allman, all these people. A lot of people in the South, Jim Dickinson, a producer, and Billy Preston. A lot of people were really just clamping on us early on and really wanted to say, listen, man, this is huge. This is going to be a big deal for you guys. You know what I mean? This is just going to be, not even for us, it's going to enlighten other people, to do something different in music. And such a different thing now has been added by young artists to come out and really do something new in the business.
Well, it's great to see musicians again, man. I mean, that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
So many times, it's two guys on stage and there's a bunch of dancers. All right, the new album,
Colorblind, that's in stores now, and you're appearing at the Roseland in New York City tonight.
Tonight we're going to be there, and it's going to be a wild show. Everybody's going to be there. If I don't even know if there's tickets still left. If it is, you better go out and get them, because you're going to miss a great time. There might be women dancing on stage though. So at our shows it gets wild, and we'll be playing all of the new tunes, a lot of new tunes.
What's another track we can play right now?
You can play song number 1. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now get ready to party, everybody, because this is a great time off this one.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. Robert Randolph and the Family Band. Ain't nothing wrong with that from the CD Colorblind, the new CD from Robert Randolph and the Family Band. They're appearing at Roseland in New York City tonight, then the 930 Club in D.C. on the 24th and 25th of November.
Now, the Family Band, you guys, people are related, or how's it all working?
Yeah, I got my cousin on the bass, Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
He's the high singer. Got my cousin on the drums, Marcus. Got the other white guy over here. He's my cousin. Say no. No, but also, I got my sister in the band.
Yeah.
She sings a lot with us now.
And all since you were kids, all playing together?
Yeah, we got a big musical family, man. It's one of those, things to where, family reunions and even funerals, man, become concerts. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because everybody's singing and playing and dinners, Thanksgiving dinners become huge. So
and we were talking about this early too, of how joyful the whole band looks on stage too.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. We try and always constantly make music that's uplifting, and it's about a celebration of life, And when other musicians hear our music and they think of Robert Randolph and the Family Band, they don't think about like kill your mommy, kill your daddy, kill your brother, kill your sister. They think about hey, and it's kind of this thing, man, to where I'm just happy that, I had the opportunity to grow up in church and get another outlook on life, but still understand what could be cool and what ain't cool, and what's cool is constantly making the best music that you can make and uplifting people, and it could still be new and trendy,
Right.
So that's what it's about.
And, we talked about this before, as a matter of fact, with Vernon, that sometimes at those shows, I don't care what kind of show it is, everybody will hit a spiritual moment. That you can interact with the audience, and people in the audience are actually part of that energy.
That's what happens, it becomes, you see times where Bruce Springsteen be up there and you thinking, man, this dude is a powerful preacher, man, because
right.
he get going, and sometimes you look at Al Green, man, you go, sometimes concerts become the sanctuary, it becomes your thing, and you always want to lift people up and kind of get people, because music is the one thing that we all lean on to really, put us in the mood, whatever mood we're looking for. Yeah. Music is that thing. Music and sports lifts us up.
And you can see a baby will just start to tap along with the beat without ever knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
Something inside of us.
Definitely.
All right, some folks want to talk to you. Here is Sean. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. I wanted to talk to you again. I talked to you at the beginning of the show. Robert, it is absolutely a pleasure and an honor to be able to speak with you. I've actually been following you guys since 2004 or so. Wakarusa Fest that year, that was absolutely one of the best performances I've caught at any Wakarusa.
All right, Sean, let's let everybody get on. What do you want to say? What do you want to ask her?
Oh, yeah. What I wanted to talk to you guys about was one thing I've noticed talking with older people in town and stuff. How was it playing the Crossroads Music Fest with Clapton? That had to have been
thank you.
Absolutely.
What do you got? You were at Crossroads with Clapton.
Man, being you dudes are funny, man. No, being with Clapton, man, was a fun deal, man. And the thing about the Crossroads Guitar Festival was every great guitar player was there. I swear, from India to Africa to Miami, everybody was there, and it was a great time. Actually, they're going to have another Clapton Guitar Festival in Chicago on July 7th. So be there, and there's a great time.
Here is Skip. Skip, you're on.
Yo, what's up, Robert? How you doing, man?
What's up?
Just wanted to say, listen, I checked you out down in Virginia at the Star Hill. I saw you after you opened up for Dave. I know Sean, your engineer there, so he told me to come out and check it out. And
thank you, man. Thank you for all the support.
I got to check out. No problem, man. Sorry to cut you off.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the support and everything, man. And we glad that we got these fans out there and people that have been supporting us from day one, and we love all of y'all, man.
Fishhead, I'm not going to let you down. You're on the air with Robert. Say hi, pal. Go ahead, Fishhead.
Hey, Robert, how's it going, man?
What's up?
I was just wondering, man, I've been listening to you since 2000. I've been wondering if you ever going to do another Word album, because that was amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure we will do something like that sometime soon. What's hard is, trying to get 3 different bands to get time to go in and do something, because, everybody has their own other bands that they got to attend to and whatnot. But for the sake of music, I'm sure we'll do something like that. We've also done some special shows, but I appreciate it, man.
All right, here is George from Philly. Go ahead, George.
Yeah, I wanted to say I was out in Denver, Colorado. I got Robert's CD in 2002. My nephew was graduating from the Air Force Academy, and the coolest moment was sitting out on the highway listening to Ted's Jam cranked up full with the Thunderbirds blowing over your head.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I remember though that time, man. That was fun out there in Colorado, man. We always have a blast. Colorado's a great state. All the ski towns and everything, and we love it, man. Thanks for supporting us all ever since then, man.
How much time you guys spend on the road?
Man, it could be a lot.
Yeah.
It could be up there, it could be 250 plus.
Now, where's home still?
Jersey.
Still Jersey.
I'm born and raised in Jersey. Everybody think I'm from the South, but I'm in Jersey, man. I live in Morristown, New Jersey. All the Morristown people out there, what's up? It is a great town. Morristown is the best town in New Jersey right now.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, real quick, Robert, big fan, man. I'm just, I've seen you guest a couple of times with Dave Matthews. I'm just wondering how that connection ever happened.
Well, it happened, actually the first time we ever played Star Hill Tavern down in Charlottesville, Virginia, back in 2001. We've just become close, and then we started to open shows for them in early 2002, and just through hanging out on tour and whatnot, we become close. And now you can see I'm on his records, and he's on our records with and us, and it's just a great relationship. He's a great guy, one of the best songwriters of this day and age, and what a great band that they have, and we love Dave. So
you feel like that brings a lot to your music too, being able to play on other people's albums and bringing it back and forth.
Yeah, because what happened, you see how other people go about their recording processes, and you see what kind of environment they in, and what mind frame they in, and you could always take something from that, and that's what we try to do. And that's what's the great part about kind of guesting on other people's things, and then it allows you to stretch out and kind of do something that you wouldn't do on yours anyway.
When you see some of these guys that are survivors, because a lot of people in your business, different things have pulled them down. Are there certain people that you look to and go, all right, here's a guy who's been established for a long time, and I like how he's keeping his head still?
Well, you know what? Yes. Two people that I swear I've talked to that really have something to do with kind of me in a direction and whatnot is Santana and Clapton. Here's two guys who are great guitar players, right? Have written great songs, have been a part of so many things, but they were down at a point. They have done some of the most worst drugs you could ever do and done the worst partying, and you talk to them, and they're giving you this advice what not to do and how not to do, and they're lucky to be alive. And now you see them, they give you this such great musical advice, that's far superior than something that most artists can't give you. And that's, I look at those two, and I've had a lot of time to spend and become close with those two guys and really appreciate what they've given us.
And it's almost like you can learn from their mistakes. Like,
yes, yeah.
You don't need to do it.
And that's mainly what it is from both of them. When they share these stories with you, especially Santana, he's like, listen, Santana will tell you, he's clear cut and dry. Don't do that. I don't want to see you end up like that. I don't want to see you like me, man, like I was in 72 and, so forth and so on. So, when you got a guy like that who's really on your side not only from a musical standpoint, just from a personal life, just care about your life,
Santana almost seems like you got to climb a mountain to talk to him. He almost comes across as like a wise man now,
Yeah, he's like one of those old wise men, man. He's got so much knowledge, man. Just think, a guy who's he's Spanish, Latin American, I believe, right? And he's changed what the Spanish guitar is, and just he's had so many huge records and huge songs, and you look at his life, man, what a great life that guy is. He's lived.
Here's John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Robert, calling from Asheville, North Carolina. I caught your show here, and I just want to make a statement to the people that are listening that don't know who you are yet. As a student of music and as a blues player myself, what you have done for the instrument with the steel guitar is the first true innovation in music in decades.
Wow.
And it's just truly amazing what you're doing.
That is the thing, though, when you to be an innovator, do you find yourself going, is it a conscious decision where I want to take this to the next step, or do you just let it happen?
Well, yeah, and every decision that I try to make, I always kind of try to make it about the guitar and about a statement about the guitar, about really what tradition that I grew up in and how that can help change the way. I mean, look what Hendrix did, right? Started out playing the wackiest version of guitar that anybody ever heard, and it has now influenced all of any kind of guitar music since that time, you know. So if I could do that for pedal steel, and who knows what the next Stevie Ray Vaughan will do, or what the next Dwayne Allman will come and do. You understand? And
Right.
it opens up so many doors, and you know, and that's what so I kind of take that responsibility, and always got to remember that it's about that deal. And I appreciate those words from you, brother Soul Man from Asheville.
Here's Bobo, our buddy Bobo wants to throw in
ladies
something.
here, man. Goes back to some women.
Yeah, there's you know.
Jeez, I got to make some love songs or something, man.
Hey, Bo.
Hi, buddies. Hi, Robert.
Hey, man.
I wanted to kind of reiterate what the other guy said. I really think you have like the most distinctive voice in slide playing today.
Thank you.
And
man.
I've always been curious, where did the decision come about to have your first album be a live album? Because I thought that was a brilliant idea.
Well, you know,
live at Wetlands.
Well, at that time, we didn't even really care about recording albums or doing anything. We would just at that time we were about to go on tour with John Mayer, and up until that point we were just a club band that sold out a lot of the clubs here in New York City, and so we just wanted to have something to just sell on the road with John Mayer, because we didn't have no time to go in the studio, and we figured the Wetlands was closing down, and let's just go in there and just press the record button and just play and have a great time.
It really is excellent, and best of luck to you. You're great.
Thank you very much, man.
866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Hey, Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Good. Hey, Robert, I saw you last year down at the theater in Asbury Park, and just wanted to ask you, I saw you played with Trey Anastasio a little while back. Just wanted to find out what your thoughts on Trey are.
Man, Trey is he's been another one of the greater guitar players in this time that we've been here in the last 20 years or so, and we all know what Fish have done for the music business and for a lot of other people out there, and Trey is a great guy, and I've just really become friends with him recently in the last 3 years. You know, it's that circle of friends thing that just happened through the sake of good music, and Trey he's been a great guy for all of us to learn from, just in his lifestyle and his guitar playing, the songs that him and Fish writes and things like that. So I like Trey, and I can jam with him at any time.
Is there anybody that you want to play with that you haven't had the opportunity yet? Because look how many names that's already come up so far today.
Yeah, I know. You know, Prince is probably the main one that I want to get with and work with. Me and the band, we all fans of Prince, and Prince is one of the greater guitar players, one of the great musicians in our lifetime,
right.
You know, and you know, he can make any style of music he wants, and I think we can get in there and really make some magic happen.
And you know, so many people think of him as a songwriter and, you know, producer and all, but people forget he really is a great guitar player.
Prince is bad.
Yeah.
The dude is bad. Just hands down. He's a great everything. The dude is bad. Prince, what's up, man?
Hey, Michelle, go ahead, darling.
Oh, we finally got a lady.
Yeah,
Thank
I got a lady
God.
for you. Yeah.
Well,
although
hi,
Bobo
Mr.
was kind of
Randolph.
effeminate, so that helped.
Somebody, did y'all pay this girl to come on here? Somebody say, oh, we need a lady. Come on.
No, I grew up listening to Prince, man. So listening to that song you guys just played, that was a great song. And I wrote your name down. I'm going out to buy the album. I'm going to get online and see when you're coming to my neck of the woods. I live on the West Coast. So.
Really? We're at in the West Coast.
In Seattle area.
Oh, we'll be in Seattle probably early January or late January, something like that. So we'll see you out there at the Showbox or something, one of those places.
You can check out the dates on robertrandolph.net.
Yeah, go to robertrandolph.net, everybody. Check out the dates. We always on there, and we appreciate you, sweetie, for coming on, finally having a lady to talk to sometime, you know. And I'm glad you're going to go buy the record, because that just adds one more $1 to our pockets that we can go and get.
All right, let's play one more before we let you go. What do you want to hear now, Robert?
Let's hear, we're going to hear the song I did with Clapton. Y'all got time for like a 5-minute song?
We got all the time in the world for you, bro.
All right, we're going to do Jesus Just All Right, which is for you classic rock fans out there. Song Robert Randolph and the Family Band featuring Eric Clapton.
alright with me. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. I don't care what they may say. I don't care what they may do. I don't care what they may say. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright, oh yeah. Jesus, He's my friend. He took me by the hand. Let me fall far from this land. Jesus, He's my friend.
Robert Randolph and the Family Band with Eric Clapton. That's from the new CD, Colorblind. And, of course, Robert Randolph and the Family Band, they're going to be playing New York City tonight and the 9:30 Club in Washington, D.C. on November 24th and 25th next week.
Try to get out and see it. What a nice kid, and what a great album, man. This kid has such a star quality about him. Like, if you hadn't met him before, you're like, what does he do? Is he a guard for the Knicks? Is he playing wide receiver for the Seahawks? There's just something about the way the guy carries himself.
He looks like Carmelo Anthony from the Denver Nuggets.
There is a little Carmelo Anthony look, but I was talking more just about the way he carries himself, like it's all happening.
He had the coolest shoes. They had these bright yellow, like they weren't quite sneakers, weren't quite shoes. It was like this cool combination of the two.
All right, well, very cool, Earl.
Thank you.
Sometimes you get Billy Joel's kid, and other times you bring us a legend on the rise. Nice move.
Thank you. Nothing but the best for my buddies.
You can't do one without the other, huh?
Well, we can do both.
That's what I'm saying. You have to do both.
Yes, definitely.
That's what I'm trying to figure out here. All right, Ron and Fez show Friday. Getting ready to slow it down. We're doing a short porch tomorrow, just Monday, and next week, just Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, then taking off for the rest of the week for the Thanksgiving holiday. Actually, someone to wish a happy birthday to, Ronnie, our pal Hot Liz. It's her birthday today.
You know, we haven't seen Liz since last year, right?
Yeah.
Last Christmas.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So happy birthday to her.
Jack, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, I just want to tell Earl what he did today by introducing Robert Randolph makes up for any screw-ups he's done in the past or probably will do in the future.
See, Earl doesn't tell us all the things that he's into and all the things that he's not into. And you didn't even know if you had Robert Randolph today. Is that it?
Yeah.
Because you made me feel like you got him in an hour and a half, and this is something you've been working on?
Yeah, it was something that's been off and on for, 2 months.
Were you digging?
Oh, totally digging.
You know what's really funny, too, is like, then all the names he's dropping of Vernon Reid, John Mayer, other buddies now, thanks to Earl.
Yeah, I mean, it's just cool always hangs out with cool. They just attract cool people, so.
You've got some sayings, Earl. You've got some interesting sayings. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap it up. Ron and Fez show.
The Ron and Fez show. XM 202.
With the Ron and Fez show on a Friday. Hey, our buddy Jim Hirsch, he's putting together a comedy show featuring Ron Schock and Laura Levitz at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey. That's this Sunday, starting at 8 p.m. You can go to stressfactory.com for more info.
You're pluggy today, Fez.
I'm a little pluggish.
You got a lot of plugs to do over there.
It's like all of a sudden everyone's appearing somewhere.
Watching this really bad car chase on TV. These kids cannot get away from the cops. Why do they try? Why do they try? You can't outrun the cops anymore. See, you honestly think with a helicopter chasing, he can go into that house and be safe?
Yeah, they really thought so. Yeah, the two of them in that car, and everyone gets caught, like you said. These two really bad at it.
Everybody's bad at it. There's a helicopter chasing you. You cannot get away.
You know, this guy here, we're watching this on MSNBC right now, lose the giant backpack. Try to lighten the load a little bit.
Oh, he doesn't have to worry about it now. He just got tackled by a cop.
No.
That's going to be out of his way.
A new study in Ohio showed that people that own vicious dogs, like pit bulls, they are more likely to have criminal convictions than the owners of gentler dogs.
So your point is bad people own aggressive dogs?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was bad dogs. Now I'm wondering if it's bad people.
Well, you hear that every time. You hear every time that a pit bull bites somebody, dog lovers will always call and say, blame the owner because this dog wasn't trained properly.
Yeah, they checked out about 350 dog owners in Ohio, this study, and they found out that the people that own the vicious dogs who had at least one citation for failing to have the dog registered or on a leash or something like that, they always found, checking out these people, more things, like convicted of crimes involving children, domestic violence, like it just follows.
But you're not really surprised by the fact that a guy who has a bad dog. And I'm not talking about a dog that can fight, but a dog that doesn't know how to behave. A bad dog. A dog that would bite children because he's so doesn't understand what aggression is and what it's not. Hasn't been trained properly. You're really not surprised that kind of low-rent guys would do this, are you?
No, I'm not shocked at this at all. But, one thing that surprises me every year is that for some reason we don't get rid of pit bulls or other vicious dogs. Like they're just...
Well, you've went and you've just understood the story, though. And now you've forgotten what you just read. It's not the dogs. The dogs are being raised by people that are trouble. And what does that person have? A troubled dog.
Right.
So it's basically like the old saying about it's not the gun, people kill people. A gun with a responsible person, everybody's going to be fine. A gun with an aggressive, bad person, he's going to kill people. Same thing with the dog. He's going to probably beat the dog, teach the dog to bite people, and that's what the rest of us have to deal with.
And just not even protect the rest of the neighborhood from his damn dog.
But you make the leap of, I want to get rid of pit bulls. Well, what has this pit bull done? The pit bull basically is a victim, and then it goes out and creates other victims.
Well, I understand a pit bull's been bred to fight and attack or whatever. I could understand if someone wanted one to protect a business, where they got a permit for one to keep, at their company, their factory or whatever.
If it's just a pet that a guy hasn't brought up beating it with a stick or kicking it or knocking it down, which is probably what happens, I bet the pit bull's going to be fine.
But you always have those stories in the news where people say, oh, no, I love my dogs, that sort of thing, and this thing turns around and eats a toddler.
It's the exact opposite of the story that you read. Aggressive dogs come from aggressive people.
I can understand what that would, I understand.
A responsible person is going to train a responsible dog. You're not going to have a responsible dog trainer with a fucking crazy out of its head dog, or else that trainer would see it himself. And that trainer would be able to say, there's something wrong with the genetics of this dog and it has to be put down. A responsible person, I think, would do that. Marilyn, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, long-time listener of the show. I want to agree with Ron here about it's not the dogs, it's the owners. I have several of friends that own full-blooded pit bulls, and something that people don't really know about is that pit bulls were originally bred to be rescue dogs and not fighters. It's because of their extreme physical abilities that people decided, hey, we're going to start fighting these dogs, and that's how they got the reputation. It's not about the dog. It's about the way it's owned and the way it's bred. It's about an owner that cares about it and loves it and shows it right from wrong. So I'd have to disagree with Fez on his comment about all pit bulls should be put to sleep. It's not right. I mean, a Chihuahua can do just as much damage as a
Chihuahua is going to do damage, but it's not going to kill someone like a pit bull would, getting jaws around the throat.
Well, it depends on the size of the person.
It depends on the size of the person.
Anybody can.
Let's say there's a pack of Chihuahuas, Fez. They could take somebody down.
I suppose a pack could, but you're not going to tell me Chihuahua, as mean as that breed is, you're not going to tell me they're as dangerous as a pit bull.
But what is your point there? If the pit bull is trained properly, it's fine. If it's trained improperly, then you got problems.
See, I think that, trained improperly makes the situation worse, but I think there's something in the pit bull that no matter how it's raised, there's a switch that can go off in these things.
So no matter what you do, you can't train a pit bull?
I say no, they're too dangerous to keep in a residential area around people.
Where would you keep them?
I would keep them, with the military or something like that, if you're not putting them down.
So only the military can own a pet pit bull.
Or the police.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez. I don't think the cops use pit bulls, but I'm not sure. Do they?
I don't think so. I thought they were all German Shepherds
and stuff. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, I remember when you were a kid watching the new episodes of Little Rascals. Wasn't Petey the dog a pit bull, if I remember correctly?
And who is a better dog than Petey? And by the way, when Fezzy saw the Little Rascals, it was in the theater.
Exactly. I mean,
First run.
It doesn't have anything to do with genetics. It has something to do with the way people train them. I mean, pit bulls can be the greatest pets on earth. I mean,
so with all the stories of pit bulls, all these people have been the bad owners, every one of those. We haven't heard one story of someone saying, no, I treat my pit bull great and he's great around the kids.
But what if he's an irresponsible owner? What if it's like a nice person but he doesn't know how to take care of the dog properly? Maybe that's also part of it.
That's probably part of it, and that just shows why they shouldn't be in residential areas around kids and the elderly.
Franklin, first of all, you don't even like kids or elderly. Now you're trying to protect them. Franklin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm a pit bull owner, and my pit bull is like a puppy still. She's like 2 years old, and she's like, she's very friendly. It really is the owners.
See, you always hear this. Everyone says it after any sort of pit bull attack. My pit bull would never do it.
You read the story to us. You read the story to us as fact. And then you left from that story to say, let's get rid of all pit bulls. You just read, vicious people have a tendency to raise vicious animal. Hey, look who it is. It's our friend Hot Liz. How you doing, Liz?
Hi, guys. How are
honey,
you?
Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. I miss you guys.
Us too. What's up with you now? You still teaching?
I am. My 8th graders. Ugh. But I wanted to say while I was on the line, too, that I have a friend who is a pit bull who is the sweetest, nicest dog in the world. Like, will cuddle up with you on the couch and lick your face, and it's just absolutely awesome. Never a problem.
Fez wants to have that dog put down.
Yes, you're taking your life in your own hands.
That's terrible.
You try to get off the couch, you accidentally step on that thing's paw, and you're losing blood.
It's not like that at all. A dog would never do that.
I don't mean to ruin your birthday.
I don't think so either. All right, Liz, happy birthday, honey.
All right, thanks. I'll see you at the Christmas party. Bye.
Bye-bye. Fez, what are you basing your logic on there? Where are you getting this from?
I get it from any sort of pit bull or vicious dog story in the news.
All right, in the news is a big problem for you. Most of your problems come from the way you view the local news. Of course, they're going to give you every scary story out there. And how much time are they going to spend on it? 45 seconds. You end up not really learning anything about the story other than kid attacked by dog. You don't know why it did or what happened. You know nothing leading up to it.
But every one of those stories has one of these dogs involved in it.
Not true. Other dogs, I've been bit by German Shepherds. I never see anybody want to say, I'll put away German Shepherds forever. And the German Shepherd who bit me, that fucking family were a bunch of animals. I saw them on a broken window, just fucking living like that in the winter. Or a window broken in your house. Fucking scumbags. Whole family scumbags. Jim, you're Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a police officer, and I used to own a pit bull. I'm not a dog handler. By the way, police officers don't use pit bulls. If they were so dangerous and such killers, nobody would have German Shepherds as protection dogs. They'd be using pit bulls. But it doesn't happen. My dog was just fine. She had a great personality and was fine around kids and everything. It's all how you handle it. When I was overseas, these dogs that are protecting all these sheep herds and everything, they're not pit bulls. They're like border collies and stuff that we had to take down because they were attacking us. You didn't see any crazy wild pit bulls over there, so it's all how you raise it, Fezzy.
See, I don't mind having a pit bull because you're a cop and you got a gun that could take it down if you needed to. I wouldn't have it around your kids, though.
Why can't the owner of the pit bull have a gun and take it down? It is America, Fez. What do you think, only cops own guns? Who are you, Rudy Giuliani?
I would think most people don't have the ability to take their pit bull down once it snaps.
Why not? If you got a firearm.
I don't know if everyone has a firearm ready to unload on a dog.
I'll shoot a fucking pit bull with a handgun 45 yards. Matter of fact, I'll be on the back of a motorcycle when I do it.
Aren't you worried about hitting the person that the dog's attacking?
Nope, not at all. Confidence. I'm willing to take that risk every single time.
See, I wish you were around every pit bull. So you'd be ready to go.
Heather, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, Ronnie? What's up, Fezzy?
Hey, how are you, Heather?
I'm all right. How are you?
Don't worry about us. Worry about yourself.
Right on. I'm a veterinary technician, and I've been bitten by more labs and beagles than pit bulls. I mean, any kind of dog can bite, but I'm going to have to agree with you with it's all in how you raise the animal, because, you know, I've seen really great pit bulls that people have children and they've never had any problems, and I have a boxer pit bull myself, and that is the most loyal, loving dog you could ever have.
So there you have it, Fez. What do you want to do? Put down every beagle?
No, I would have to ask, you know, is a pit bull bite, when a pit bull attacks, isn't it going to be much more vicious and ferocious than a beagle attack? I mean, I understand all dogs bite, but don't pit bulls bite worse and don't let go?
Well, that is true, too, but, you know, multiple bites can be just as bad as just one.
True. Worse. If I tell you how many kids have been killed by beagles, Fez, you'd cry. You'd probably never stop crying.
How many?
I think one. And that kid was teasing it. You know, you don't even bring that up, Fez. A lot of kids tease it. I used to tease the shit out of dogs when I was younger.
I understand.
I used to throw snowballs right over a fence at a dog. Sometimes I'd soak it in water so it would be like an ice ball.
Kids tease dogs, but that doesn't mean because they do, they should get eaten alive by one.
What should happen?
A dog should be under control. A kid, you know, shouldn't be teasing a dog. I'll agree with that.
Some of these kids will jump a fence to get in that yard.
Well, they shouldn't be. There shouldn't be a dog in that fence that could kill somebody. It shouldn't be allowed. If that kid gets in there, even if it's the kid's fault, the dog shouldn't be able to kill
him. All right, Fez, let me ask you this. Every once in a while, you'll hear this story. Kid take a fork, stick it in the toaster, and he's dead, right?
Right.
The rest of us shouldn't eat toast? Because every once in a while a kid sticks a fork in the toaster?
I'm not saying ban toasters.
Why not? These kids died.
But this is a vicious animal. This isn't an appliance.
It's all in training. I had a fucking shark when I was a kid. And that thing was more loyal and loving than you could believe.
Where did you keep a shark at?
I kept it in the kiddie pool in the backyard. And I had 24 hours of love back and forth with that. There could be a movie about me and the shark. My dad hooked it, and we stuck it in the backyard. It was only about 4 feet long.
And you kept it alive.
24 hours.
Well, you're lucky the shark didn't get you then. You had 24 hours of love.
Me and my friends used to run and jump over the pool. We had the best day of our life. You fell, your foot went in the water, you were screaming.
Should have killed the shark when you had it.
Well, it died on its own. I guess something about being kept in just regular hose water.
Yeah, a shark can't stay in fresh water.
Tell me about it. I'm the one who figured it out.
And a shark is nothing like a pit bull.
After that, me and my friend were just carrying it around on the streets scaring girls. God, those were good days.
The days of carrying a dead shark.
What is your problem, Fez? What are you so angry about?
I don't like pit bulls. I don't trust them. I don't think they should be in neighborhoods. And that goes for Rottweilers and any other thing listed as a vicious dog.
All dogs can bite. All dogs can kill. So can people. Brandon, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I own a couple of pit bulls myself, and I'm friends with a lot of breeders. The breeder that I got a couple of mine from, they have kids. I think one's 1, 3, and 5, and they're like big babies. What Fez's comment about they should be used as guard dogs and stuff, most people know that's a bad idea. When the pit bulls were bred to be pit fighters, the people that fought the dogs wanted a dog that would be aggressive towards other dogs, but not towards people, which is the exact reason why they're not used in police force and as guard dogs. If something were to happen to the owner itself, then they would be more of like a bodyguard type dog. But as far as actually guarding a residence or being a guard dog, the human aggression is not in them. That's why, like you brought up, Ron, German Shepherds are used. Those dogs and dogs like Dobermans have more of a human aggressive tendencies, even Rottweilers to an extent. And bully breed dogs, which encompass pit bulls, American bulldogs, bull terriers, those dogs are, while aggressive towards other
Brandon,
dogs.
I enjoyed you talking, but I got to wake up now because I got to end the show. Thank you. Well, he made my point for me, Fez.
He said pit bulls attack other pit bulls, not people. That's ridiculous.
They are bred to attack. They are trained fighters, yes, to fight dogs, not to fight humans.
And then for some reason they eat kids and old ladies.
Occasionally. Like everything. Again, sometimes toasters kill kids. It's not on purpose. It's because a kid doesn't know how to use a toaster.
But this is a vicious animal. This isn't an appliance where an accident could happen.
I still think it's an accident. Either way, it's somebody not knowing how to use something. Well, that's it for us. I'm going to get Pez. I'm going to get Pez a fit pool over the weekend. Robert Randolph dropped in today. Brand new album. It just fucking kicks ass. We played you 3 of the tracks.
His new CD is Colorblind. That is in stores now. And he's appearing at Roseland tonight in New York City and the 930 Club in D.C. next week, the 24th and 25th.
Take care, everybody.
That's the end of my show. Donk.
Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley, The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.